Yeah, does my audio work? I have no idea. I'm fucking about with settings, so I really don't know if anything's working. If I'm honest with you. I can see chat, so yes, I can see Leah. Hello, Leah. Happy days. I see you on both platforms, so that works. Okay, let's just have a look at this YouTube malarkey. Have a look. Why is YouTube only streaming in 720? Is that all it does? Surely not. Looks pretty garbage. Garbage. I do not know. Cool. So how do I make YouTube stream at a high quality? I've got it set to 1080, but it only seems to stream in 720. I don't know why. Anyway, I can change it. I really know nothing about this streaming malarkey. Something I need to learn. Okay, so what does Twitch look like? Let's have a look at Twitch. What do I look like? Where am I? Channel. Let's have a look. Okay, chip. Okay, so that's 900. Okay. On Twitch, so that's slightly better. Yeah, I know 900 fine, but I'm streaming on YouTube as well at the same time, Proft, and it only seems to want to go with 720p. It looks a bit garbage, if I'm honest with you. Well, I'm not mega happy with it, to be fair. Probably something I'm not doing, or it's just realised my PC is just not strong enough. I don't know. But yeah, 720. Why 720? I just don't know. Probably something I haven't done in... I'm guessing something I haven't done in YouTube. No idea. Which is odd. Well, I think what I'll do, just run around a little bit and just see how well the PC actually handles me doing this. Yeah, let's just go and do something. Well, that YouTube streaming thing's fucking annoyed me, if I'm honest with you. Like, really annoyed me. To be fair, it's probably 100% something I haven't done. But who knows? I hate when that invite doesn't work. Trash. Again. That's not enough. I'm not ready. YouTube's a pain compared to Twitch, since you have to create a live stream in studio. Okay, do I? Okay, that's something I probably haven't done. Pretty much all I did, right, was select restream on OBS, linked my YouTube and Twitch accounts, and pretty much pressed stream, if I'm honest with you. So I actually did nothing whatsoever in YouTube. So yeah, as I said, it's probably my bad. Definitely something I've done wrong myself. I'm not fucking knowing what I'm doing. But I don't know how do I change the settings in Restream? Do I actually have to like go to Restream's website for that? I don't really know. Or is there some sort of settings in OBS? Because I know like it puts its overlays in there. So it's giving me like the Restream channel, the stream information, and the chat in OBS. I'll have to have a look. Don't be wrong, my PC's not the strongest in the world, but I can stream in 1080 no problem. And if I'm only streaming to Restream, and that's doing the rest of the work, there should be no reason at all why I can't stream in 1080. Right, let's try this invite thing again, see if it actually works. I don't know whether I press the button too fast sometimes. Okay, that's worked that time. See if anyone wants to join. Okay, yep, got someone joining.
You have been promoted to group leader.
What's pretty cool on this is like, you'll see that there. I put that into chat. It's like an invite link. So no one really uses matchmaking in China. They generally put an invite link into chat. Pretty much, that pretty much tells everyone that I'm running Legendary Jefferson Trade Center. If you want to join, click on the link. Pretty cool, really. You see my group filled up pretty quick. Whereas if I'd put it on probably matchmaking for Legendary, probably no one would have joined, if I'm honest with you. Just yet another one of those things that like China does better. Don't be wrong, they do any amount of stuff like worse than our game, and it's like pretty infuriating with a lot of the stuff that they do. But they do put some decent stuff in, like to make like quality of life stuff just to make things easier. And you just sometimes you shake your head and you're like, okay, why are we not doing that? Well, I suppose it's maybe down to like, I don't know, Rob have got development time. I mean, massive. The way I see it, massive are the true innovators of this game. They're the people who make all the new cool stuff. China, for me, with a lot of things, plagiarize it. They'll make every mission a legendary mission and stuff like that, etc., etc. And they'll do some other things, but not really new and innovative. Whereas that's something that Massive do. And really one of the big things that the issues that China's got, in my opinion, is that they need new content. Simple as that. Every season they bring new legendary weapon out, they bring new accessories for it, they make them all super strong, but there's really no new content to play them with, you know. Yeah, they might bring some harder difficulties out for things, but it's still the same mission you're running, like you've run hundreds and thousands of times before, you know what I mean? Change of scenery is nice sometimes. Oh, that mini tanks on this fucking ruin you these days, absolutely ruin you. To be fair, it's one of the good things they actually did this season. They increased the amount of damage NPCs dish out, in particular snipers and mini tanks. Fucking snipers will either one tap or two tap you, and mini tanks just fucking wreck. And that was just me not paying attention. If I was paying attention, I wouldn't have procced me little Guardian. See it flashing around above me head. On cooldown at the minute. Saved me life, but the reality is it shouldn't have to fucking save me life. I should play better. Not yet, sort of. Yeah, we've got Abyss, which you might have seen before. I'll go there after this, so you can have a look. Other than that, there's really nothing new on this map. They do have different difficulties of Paradise Lost. The raids both have legendary difficulties. Dark Hours is actually different than what ours is. And to be fair, for the better, I would actually say. I'm not just saying that because like Dark Hours has been around for a while. They did actually make it better. I see, I just got fucking ruined by a mini tank there. Absolutely ruined me. But yeah, I'll show you in a second once I finish this. It's fucking snipers. Fucking grenadier. The last legendary weapon. Yeah. Why the last legendary weapon? I'm going to shut the servers down. Because it made the game too OP. I can't make enough money out of the players. One focus on bringing new content, not weapons. Okay, so pick this up and then we'll go and have a little gander over Abyss.
An agent has left your group.
Leave the group. I'm getting some skip frames there, Mike. Just noticed. Not good. Not good at all. Might be, you know what it is? Let me turn off fucking the NVIDIA stuff because I've got that recording in the background, so that won't help. Let's get that off. And no doubt I've got other stuff running on the PC which also won't help. We'll have new mods for all legendary weapons. Yeah, I get that. I hear they're doing some for DZ, or that you can get from the DZ vendor, which is going to be for like more your pay-to-play player, as opposed to pay-to-win stuff. So things that you can earn for free. But we'll see. But I was in the DZ earlier on this morning, and like it was a shit show. Absolute shit show. Pissed me off, I'm honest with you. Really pissed me off. Obviously, you know I like doing the Dark Zone. But it was just totally full of people with the chanting, the legendary AK, firing fucking energy bombs all over the place. It was just fucking cancer. It was like playing with a full team of Oxy players. It just so frustrating. Yeah, so anyway, Leah, this is the Abyss. You might have seen it before. Looks pretty cool when you come in. You know, helicopter hanging up there, etc., etc. It's basically it's a Summit reskin. It's exactly what it is. And supposedly you go down instead of going up. So you have these things here, obviously first, second and third. There's actually a leaderboard when you go in. I don't know whether they've done anything with the leaderboard, because there's actually quite a bit of drama in China at the moment. In fact, Prof, where are you? I seen you on the other day and you're not there no more. So you must have dropped off. But yeah, basically, like, floor 400 is the furthest floor that you can go to. And it's if you go back to say last season, there was very few players. When I say very few, maybe I don't know, 10, 15, 20 at an absolute max, which were able to complete floor 400. So it was like a real big deal and a real big, medal on your chest if you managed to like basically do floor 400. But since they brought the second set of accessories out for the AK, the ones I showed on my video, with the stupid fucking plasma bomb, it's basically made it a piece of piss. They made it dead easy and like difficult for you to see there. But if you look at the time on the right hand side, basically it took the top player there 15 seconds to complete the last floor. Now bearing in mind, there was only a handful of people who were able to do it before, and now they can do it in 15 seconds because of the stupid fucking gun. So there's a lot of complaining going on, etc. Because exactly what I said, the gun itself, the weapon damage of the gun is fine for China. It's fine, it really is. The energy shield damage is the thing that's fucking completely broke, and that's exactly what it is. Just completely broke. So just to give you an insight of how broken it is, so Boomer Dark Hours, you can kill him behind the door when he spawns. Yeah, that quick. Right on Paradise Lost, you can kill him behind the door before he fucking breaks the door. Yeah, that's how stupidly crazy it is. It's just broken. So I'm assuming they're going to do something around fixing it. Top two of the cheaters. Because one got 15 seconds and one got 18 seconds. I seen all of the, to be fair, Prof, I did see all of the drama on the QQ group. I was translating it and reading it. I did find it quite amusing. But the reality is, when you say cheaters, it's like, when I was in the DZ today, it's like every man and his dog was using the macro with that AK. And it was just fucking mental. Honestly, it was mental. I was just watching them, like, I'm looking at their character, and it was like, all you can see is like they're twitching, like super fast. It was like unbelievable. Well, this one's not really the prettiest room in the Abyss, but generally what you've got is you do the same room 5 times. Each time there's obviously a timer, as you can see in the top left, and there's generally an objective. They're pretty much summit objectives, shoot the servers, SHD box, basically that sort of bollocks that you would see in there. And it generally gets progressively harder the further and further that you go. I think there's 5, maybe 6 different room layouts. They're generally all reskinned from the summit. One is pretty much your carbon copy. The rest are a bit different, made them look a little bit nice. And I don't know, it's one of these modes where it's just long, laborious, and I just find it extremely boring. In theory, I'm like level 212 at the minute. I've got 2. There should be no reason why I can't reach 300. Probably the only reason why I won't reach 300 is because I can't be asked. Ask devs to buy you the AK mods. Fuck off. I don't want them, mate. Honestly, I wouldn't want them AK mods. It's just game breaking. Totally game breaking. What they should have done, if they had the head switched on, they should have left the energy shield the way in which it was on the very, very first test server, when it was weaker than what it is now. And if they needed to, they could have strengthened it as they went. So, not basically make it super strong, then realistically have to nerf it. Basically, they should have, under-promised, over-delivered, if you know what I mean. Not over-delivered, and now turning around like they're going to have to like nerf something, which just pisses people off, even though it's completely broken. Oh, 100%, I reckon I'll reach 300. In fact, I know for a fact I'll be able to reach 300, not a problem. I just don't have the will to be able to do it, if I'm honest with you. Hi, buddy. Hi, Bespin. Nice to meet you, buddy. Nice to hear you. Not meet you, nice to see you, mate. I'm just literally testing stuff, mate. Just testing a stream. I don't usually stream. I do a bit of Twitch now and again when I feel like it, but it's not really much. I'm not really a streamer, if I'm honest with you. But Leah got me on to try and restream, where you can stream YouTube at the same time, because my PC is probably not strong enough to be able to do it just by itself. So I was giving it a go, but the YouTube side of things seems to have pissed me off a little bit, because it's only streaming in 720, and really I want to stream in 1080. It's, again, it'll be me. Something I'll have to play around with and figure out where I did wrong. 100%. Yeah. But to be fair, mate, I only bought that track for this skin because I wanted the what's going on there? Because I wanted the bikini. What I could do with getting out of this room, because I don't really like it. But yeah, as I was saying, it gets progressively harder the further and further you go, to a point where, you know, regular NPCs seem to take like billions and billions of damage. See, it's not too bad at the minute. I'm pretty much 1 or 2 tap most things, but I do know it's going to get like incredibly difficult further on. It's just, honestly, I just don't know whether I want to do it. It's so boring. But no, it is. I mean, with this build I've got here, it's not set up properly. Generally because like it costs a lot of resources to max gear out, and I generally don't have them, but it's not set up properly. I'm generally running Coyotes. Okay, go back to that. Coyotes, which is mega strong, you know. You've got like 239% weapon damages there, 15.6% crit chance, 78% crit damage on it, and 84.5% extra armor. So it's like mega strong. I'm running a Group O chest with Obliterate, which was fine when I was running an assault rifle, but it's probably the wrong thing for me to be running with this. However, I didn't really want to give up the crit chance. Ideally, what I probably want is a Hadsburg with, I don't know, something else on, or I'd go with something like, there's a perfect glass cannon Sokolov chest, which you don't see in our game. It cost me a lot to max that out, but I don't really know where I want to play glass. Oh, you're doing speeds? Okay, I know. Well, you end up going to go fucking sub 5 or something like that. So I'll go with that, or I don't know whether to go with maybe something like Companion. Not a big Companion fan, but you get an extra stat on there. Or I get rid of the Negotiators piece. The only reason I'm running Negotiators is because I get the 2-piece of it, the crit chance. So I could lose it, but I'm not too sure. And other than that, the rest are generally okay. The reason why I get the bonuses is, you see, I'm getting the 2-piece bonus, and I only have 1 on. That's because one of the chips, which I'm sure Proft will correct me, is it that one? Might be that one. I can't remember. If it's not that one, it's one of the other ones. I don't know which one it is. I think it's that one. That one basically gives me the resourceful talent. So I get a +1 just by having the chip in, which is pretty cool. And actually, if you plug the ninja bike on as an example, so you can see I've got +2 there. Yeah. If I put the ninja bike on, it gives me another plus. So I haven't got one maxed out, but I can't put it on. But if I did, it would give me the 3-piece just for actually having one piece selected, which is like pretty nuts. But going back to my stats screen on that, which is something which is pretty crazy. That's my crit chance, 83.5%. That's my crit damage, 1,100, and that's my headshot damage, 900. Hence the reason why, I learn some Chinese here. I don't try. I sort of like, they're like symbols to me, and I try to like remember sequences of symbols. Yeah, crazy. So, as much as it's the wrong chess piece, when I'm at max obliterate stacks with this current build, I can do 800 million. And it's irrelevant whether I do it with the body or the head, because the way, again, Prof did know better than I do, the way in which the gun is set up, irrelevant if you hit the head or the body, you get the headshot damage, which is pretty insane, if I'm honest with you. But completely not balanced. Yeah, complete. Well, speaking on hazard protection, here's one for you. I'll clear this and I'll show you on hazard protection. I've got 100% hazard protection. However, I have no hazard protection on any of my gear. So I'll just show you that in a second. It's a boss floor. I think there's 3 bosses. Not 3, there'll be 2. Well, it shouldn't take me too long. Dogs get tanky on this. Super tanky. Got mini tanks. Absolutely ruin me. But I don't like running sniper rifles or anything which is single shot, if I'm honest with you. I generally play with a controller, so I find it quite difficult. So at the minute, just for ease of use, I know it's going to sound really, really stupid. I'm controlling my character with the controller in the left hand, and my right hand is on the mouse. So yeah, bit nuts really. But I'd rather use assault rifles, but they're generally just not strong. Now, Cope, you're alright, buddy. So just going back to hazard protection. So with the mod system, basically I've got, these are hazard protection, so 21%, 21%, 21%, 21%, 21%. So I'm pretty much maxed out on Hasbro just by putting those in, which is like, again, super crazy. You have things like weapon damage, damage tags out of cover, and damage to armor. It really does stack up, the damage on these things. It's rather nuts. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's like when I was messing about on the test server, I could take all these out and I could still do stuff, no problem. The big thing is the chip system that makes you like ridiculously strong, like ridiculous. So like, I don't know, just something daft like that. It's not the best chip. It's pretty shit, to be honest with you, but I lose 5.1% crit chance, but I gain 185% crit damage by having that in, which is just totally wild. I should let us add 1% level of things like armor proficiency levels. Yeah, well, see how they do it here. Like, you don't have, in China, you don't have proficiency. Sorry, you do have proficiency, it's a lie. You make gear proficient. But all that does is is unlock these basically. So that's level 1, that's level 5, and that's level 10. Like if there was something above it, that's what it would say. Okay. So once you're level 10 on masks, yeah, you unlock this slot so you can plug a mod in. So that's proficiency. Now expertise they don't have, but what they do have is tiered gear. So the explanation I'll give you for that is, I know it's blue, but a regular piece of gear runs like, you know, you can optimize it up to a certain degree. When you have a tier 2 piece of gear, a tier 1 piece of gear, because it goes normal, then tier 1. So tier 1 gear, you can optimize all those stats 10% higher than a regular piece of gear. So then when you get a tier 2 piece of gear, all those stats can be optimized another 10%, so 20% higher. Basically, you get an extra little square, little pip. And when you get a tier 3 piece, all those can be optimized 30% higher, so you get another tier. So that's every single stat, as opposed to where we just change our base armor. This changes every single stat, which is like pretty nuts. Now, Cope, I did see you last time, Cope. Honestly, you might think I was ignoring you, but I wasn't, buddy. So yeah, expertise doesn't exist over here, but tiered gear. And I suppose realistically, I mean, we're at 30% as far as, or level 30 as far as expertise goes, for an extra 30% weapon damage. They just do different over here, where every single attribute on your gear can be increased, which is pretty nuts really when you think about it. You know what it is? I only did the stream thing here just like for, I thought, oh, I'll just do it for, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. I just wanted to quickly test some quality out and make sure the microphone was working. Yeah, didn't expect to still be on. But I'm here now, so all's good in the hood. I hate this room. Out of all of them, I hate this one. And I hate the Botanical Gardens one. That's probably my next least one after this. Fucking dog. Yeah, I'm taking a bit of damage here, man. I might need to start watching what I'm doing. But this room's straight out of Summit. The only thing they've really done with this is put all these screens in, which are not in the room in the Summit. Dog's super tanky. Yeah, I'm just testing Restream. I was just saying to Ipoon, sorry, yes, I am testing Restream. I was just a little bit frustrated with YouTube only streaming at 720, but again, it's me. Once I figure out how that works, it should be okay. But since I stopped my NVIDIA Shadowplay stuff run, I haven't dropped a frame yet, so pretty happy with that. Yeah, I pretty much hit this room because of with the 2 floors, and where some of the NPCs spawn. Really awkward. There's like a room behind there, and they spawn in there as well, and sometimes they don't come out. And it's one of those ones where you end up fucking climbing all the way up. You climb up, and just as you climb up, they climb down, and you're just like, you motherfucker. Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. It just looks garbage, Pounds. You know what I mean? Look, really does look garbage. Even when I get it looks better on a phone and stuff, but like I usually watch a lot of stuff on my TV these days. Certainly YouTube stuff on my TV. I don't know. I think I'd rather, like anything these days, usually I'd rather quality over everything else. Where are they at? Fucking mini tanks. Grainy, yeah. Yeah. I thought that when I was watching it. It did look grainy. I think that's the whole 720p stuff, maybe. I don't know. But no doubt I will sort it out.
Vital signs critical.
But if there's anything you want to see in China, now's the time to ask. While I'm on.
More toxins at unsafe levels. Filters.
There's a button somewhere to press. There we go.
Air filter function restored.
Boobies. There we go. You can see a bit of a... Anyway, we'll go back to that later. When I'm not shooting. Sadly, this is the only boobies outfit that I have. I generally don't buy the outfits in that they do. Obviously, some of them are garbage. Some of them are pretty good. But the way in which they price them sometimes like frustrates me. So a lot of the stuff that I have is like the free stuff. Some of the stuff maybe when I show off on like some of the videos is because I've got access to the test server. And sometimes, not all of the time, sometimes they give us a build with like everything on. So I can try the little outfits on, see what they look like. But sadly, this is just my account, so there's not as much on there. But I have my, I've got my decoy on, which is pretty cool. I haven't changed the outfit on my decoy for a while. They've got a problem with the, it not showing the,
Air quality acceptable.
it not showing the weapon anymore when I throw it out, which is quite frustrating. No, there isn't. Generally, I know you won't be able to see this because it's in Chinese, and I'll probably select the wrong thing. The language, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's that is a language. No, or is that language? Basically, they've took it out, so the only thing you can actually select is the actual audio of what, like Isaac is saying. There's no way you can select like English as a language. Even when you go into like say like the INI files and stuff like that and try to force it, it won't let you. It's completely hard locked into Chinese, which is a bit of a bummer. I sort of understand it because the game was never meant for international players, and it's very much in China. It's very much its own thing. So I do get that, but it is a bit frustrating, especially that the localization files are there for it. So almost like why not? But hey, you know, not my hi buddy in France. Hi Jamal, nice to meet you, buddy. But yeah, that's it. That's the frustrating thing. Generally, what I mean for me, it's because I've got that many hours in the game. Full stop. I mean, you're probably talking, I reckon, at least 15,000 hours across all my different accounts. Probably easy, if I'm honest with you. A lot of it's muscle memory. I sort of like know what things are. I do have to refer to Google Translate sometimes and point it at the screen. So yeah, and it's generally not too bad. However, there is things I've missed, and I've missed in the past, and I've maybe give an odd bit of wrong information out when I've done some videos because I thought I knew, but I didn't know because I didn't read and translate something correctly. And one of them was down to was actually modules, on how you unlock modules, and I pretty much said that it was down to your summit floor progression, and I think it was in one of my early videos, and it wasn't. It's actually down to making items proficient, but because I never read the screen properly, because I thought I knew what it was, because it's similar in our game, I actually didn't know what it was. So just one of those things, one of those learning curves. I still learn stuff all the time about this game. So they do some pretty cool stuff. I mean, even that invite thing I was showing Leah earlier, took me ages before I realised that was there. Again, I think it was. In fact, I don't even think I realised. I think I got told of one of the Chinese guys about it. Because I was just always trying to use matchmaking, or one of the other things I was using all the time was call for backups. Because obviously they do quite a bit around shepherding in this game. I want to say they do a bit. Every season they have like a new outfit, which you can get from reaching like level 20 on shepherding. So you find quite a lot of people actually do the shepherding stuff. Obviously for their own benefit to get the outfit, but hey, not wrong with that, is it? At least it's good for the players who need a bit of help. The next big cache, the caches co-op is the caches are based on where you got the previous season. So, as an example, I got to 200 or over 200 last season. So this season, basically you start 100 floors back from where you previously got, if you know what I mean. So if you got to 400, you start at 300. If you got to 300, you start at 200. If you got to 200, you start at 100. If you got to 100, you start at 0. If you start at 100 like I did, I get a cache which gives me all of the materials and rewards that I would have got if I'd climbed them 100 floors. So again, if I'd got to 300, I would have got a level 200 cache, which would have given me 200 floors worth of materials and stuff. So through playing now, you won't get a cash reward at the end of anything, and that would come next season. So I say I'm usually only that bothered about getting to the floor 200 anyway, even though I really should go for 300. It's just a long grind. Yeah, 200. You got the it was the Kena outfit that we had in our game. Obviously, another thing they do in China for the guys who are watching is some of the outfits that we paid for. So I'll go with the initial Kijika, Parnell, basically the initial rogue ones, Connolly, etc., and the initial Kena one, I think. They were actually free in this game. But when I say free, I'm like, you sort of have to earn them. You have to reach a certain floor on the Abyss. And yeah, they got them free, or you could buy them with Abyss credits, which you got from like obviously doing floors. So it wasn't too bad. And then this season on the Abyss, we got the last Kena outfit that they did, which, see, I've just turned back the fucking controller there, garbage, which I think is it's that one, yeah. So you got two variations, one with the hood down and one with the hood up. So yeah. But we have them in our game, but we just got them free here. Yeah, and now the recruiter outfit again was something which you get free in here, and you get that from just doing Paradise Lost, just on normal mode. So you got like both different variations of the recruiter outfit, which is again pretty cool. You got it for free, which is fair play. Where's this dude at? Where's he at? Am I just in the door or something? Or am I just like totally missed the guy? No, there he is. That's why I hate this. Need to hurry me ass up as well. I've only killed one dude, haven't I? One boss. 2 minutes in.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
Where's he at? Where's he at? That is good. Because I hate this room.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Yeah, well, you've got the holster. I haven't. Oh, you got the Red Holloman one. Is that the Seska one? I think it is, isn't it? See, I like using the sniper. I've come away from Nego. The only time I ever use Nego now is in the DZ. Yeah, if I'm going to do an extraction, I just quickly change a couple of pieces on my gear to negotiators, just so I can take the quadcopters out. Other than that, I generally don't bother with negotiators. I think it's one of those ones on here. It's like, I don't know.
System breach initiated.
Obviously, everyone who's got the chips use it. Not for me though. I like this room. It's a hard room, but I like this room, especially when you get the shark going past. There we go. Looks cool as fuck. Yeah, I think the only two items were the Sokolov knees and was it knees and gloves? I think it was knees and gloves, wasn't it? Got me somewhere. I think it was down here somewhere. I've got some shit I need to delete. Look at all this crap. Them. The new named ones. I don't know if they're any, obviously they've got damage tags that are covering damage to armor on them. I don't know whether worth running them over grit. She's going to lose a decent chunk of crit chance, that's all, wearing them. I haven't got the mats to max them out anyway, Hope. You know what I mean? I'm fucking... I'm broke when it comes to materials. Yeah, well, like what they're going to give you protection from release? What they're going to max out at 12% or something? I don't know. Won't be a lot. Yeah, you're right, Lee. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes they just need to change it up and spice it up a little bit, don't they? You know, and adding a few rooms. Just getting spammed now. Nice. Love it. Yeah, just changing it around a little bit spices it a bit, you know what I mean? And like, maybe give someone another reason to go and revisit it. Or just do something with it. You know, just do, I don't know, just change it up a little bit, do an event or something in there. Where you've got, I mean, obviously, like, you look at the Summiters again these days, you know, everyone's gone in there for the Tempest. If it wasn't for the Tempest, like, who plays the Summit these days? You know what I mean? It's like next to no one. The only thing the Summit's good for is floor 100 for farming season XP. Probably the fastest way to max all your season XP out. by a mile, in fact. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit tasty now. What I hate about this room. Fucking Johnny Fives, dogs, drones. Guardian's gonna proc. Gonna get some kills. Fucking dogs get super tanky. Wow. So when negotiators comes in, dogs. It's just completely broke that shield there, Corbin. Like completely, like broken, big style. I was speaking to Rebel earlier. He says that they're gonna, I don't know whether the word he used was fix it or change it or I don't know, nerf it. I don't know. But it needs something doing with it. It's like, it's crazy. Crazy, mate. So yeah, I was in the dark zone earlier on. Proper spoiled it for me. In fact, the DZ's on now. I might actually, after this floor, I might just go and have a look in the DZ, see if it's anything like it was earlier on. It was just like cancer. Just everyone firing fucking energy shields all over the place. Couldn't even get a shot. Like, as I said to Rebel, right, it's like you've got floor 400 in the Abyss. You know yourself, like, there was only very, very few players actually managed to get the floor 400 last season. It was like, because it's like super fucking hard. Yeah. And now they brought those accessories out. Near enough everyone can get the 400. And the floor's been getting cleared in fucking 15 seconds. 15 fucking seconds for something which was the hardest part of the game, all because of a broken set of accessories on a weapon. When I told them it was broke on the test server, but they don't listen to the English guy. They're just interested in more power. Just always more power. Right. Let's go and have a look on DZ. Hang on. Why am I getting pinged in? Ah, yes. Right. Right. We'll jump over here. Let's go and have a look, see which DZ I've got. I hope it's not West. West has got to be the worst. To be fair, West is probably the best DZ to stop people using that fucking assault rifle with the energy shield. But it's just like one of the worst ones to play. Let's have a look. Oh, it's south. Okay. Yeah, you got south. Cool. Sometimes when I get a bad one, I'll just try to matchmake, join someone's group, and then fucking leave because they've got a better DZ than me. Because it's different for everyone, which is like so strange. Ah, you were joining me. Oh, that's a bad one. Go up. Doesn't even look like it's a very good map. Oh, what are you doing? Are you already in a map or something? You're about to lose my map there. To be fair, your map might have been better than this one. Let me change to Firefly.
You are now group leader.
Now I can run faster.
Your clan has joined your team.
Oh yeah. A lot of people dying. Yep. I can hear it already. That's the chanting. See the fucking energy shield. Fucking cancer. Energy shield everywhere. Fucking frames dropping through the arse. Can't even get a shot off. Absolute cancer. I cleared it. You didn't even get a shot off. Stay where you are, Cope. This server's garbage. I knew it would be bad like this. Totally knew it would be bad. Yeah, this looks like a bad server. No, it's cancer, Leah. Absolute cancer. I knew it was going to happen. Totally knew it was going to happen. They just don't like listening to the English guy. And then Copium went and bought one. He wants to be like one of the big guys.
Leaving invaded dog zone.
Ah, back outside again. Fucking hell. Quick, see if we can get a tag on an NPC before the fucking energy shields get spammed all over the place. You can see that. You know when you see all that shock, you know it's just like energy shield sentinel. Hey, I got a tag. Fuck me. About time.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Should get something on the back of these doors, hopefully. So off-putting as well. I did say this in my video. I thought the VFX, they're just like too off-putting. And when you see people spam it all over the place, it's just like, wow.
Incoming hostiles detected. Landmark cleared.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a bad server. Nah, totally mental. If I'm honest with you, spoil it for me. I go on the DZ all the time. Certainly, I can only go on a weekend because obviously I work throughout the week, and it's not open. The block DZ is not open when I'm at home. So the weekend's my only chance, and I always religiously do it. And like today, I was just like this morning when I was playing, I was just like, man, you just completely fucking spoiled it for me. Totally broken. Probably the best thing I could do is ideally find a quiet server where there's only like me on and I just solo stuff. You see all the fucking green lights. What it looks like at night. Look at it, fucking crazy. They just fire everywhere. Look at them. I can't even get a shot off. I can't even tag an NPC. It's just nuts. It's turning into some sort of laser show. Fucking broken. Look at it. It's absolutely wild. They're just everywhere. And copium's part of the problem.
Landmark clear.
Have you changed to Oxy? You changed to Oxy? Oh, you went Oxy. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. You're going to die then. You're going to die a lot. Oh, it is an half, isn't it? Yeah. You know what it is? That's probably down to... I can see that. How it's dropped. Now it's gone back up. Yeah. I think that'll be down to that energy shield stuff. It's nuts. It really is nuts. Saying that, like, I just dropped there. Could well be a DZ thing, mind. Let's see. Yeah. I can see it. I can see it. Wonder what's happening on my PC. Anything running that I can turn off. Exit that. Okay. I don't even think it's going to make any difference. I can see that the FPS is just like totally on its ass. Oh, yeah, I can tell. It's just like, it's the DZ. I've been see if I have to step out the DZ. It's all that crazy stuff going on. That stupid fucking gun. Yeah.
Leaving invaded dog zone.
Things that doesn't feel that bad on my PC, but obviously it's streaming really bad. So I'm out with the DZ now. Let's just see whether it is that. Saying that like. I'm still getting some drops. Might be something with my PC or my connection. Let's travel away from it. See, things were going well. They were going well and now it's going shit. Right, so I'm far away now. Is it still dropping? Still dropping. Wonder if it's my PC. Yeah, have a look. Let's have a look at Task Manager. See what's absolutely ripping the ass out of it. Nothing really. See, the other thing, when I connect to China, I generally have to connect to I connect using what they call an accelerator. It's almost like a specialized VPN for Wii game. But now my frames are on its arsehole, like. Totally agree. Let me kill a few more programs. Could have sworn I turned all the NVIDIA stuff off. Let me just check. Nope, don't want to do that. PC might just be shitting itself. Probably the reason why I don't stream. You maybe could be right. You maybe could be right. Okay. Okay, what happened there? Oh, the NVIDIA stuff loaded up. Close, close, close. Exit, exit. Yeah. Let me just try and log it out. Can't see it making any difference. We'll try it. Not going to be a full log out like. Oh yeah, caught with me. He got the leather version.
Safe area detected.
No, I'm still getting there's something wrong. Let me should I totally log out? Do what I'll do, I'll totally log out. 1 second. I'll back up again. Let's see. We don't. Back on. Back in the game. Well, saying that, I'm on 0%. It could take a while. It tends to hang sometimes. We get the 0% or a 9% or something. It might just sit there for, a minute or so. Just to piss you off, just to make you think it's crashed, it's not going to work. And then all of a sudden it will. Come on, come on. Let me go back to that. Oh, I know what it might be, I know what it might be causing it. Let me close this window. I use Firefox. I know. I use Firefox. But I have this problem with it sometimes where when it's been open for a while, it seems to, I don't know what it does, but it seems to go super slow and lag my PC down. I usually close it and everything's alright again. I don't know. Really should use Chrome, because every time I use Chrome it's perfectly fine. Hey, there we go. Firefox user in the house. Let's go. Old school, you see. You know what I mean? I think I went from like Internet Explorer to Firefox because like at the time it was like the dog's knackers. But obviously things have things changed over the years. I never moved on. I'm sort of one of these people who's like, if it works, like just don't touch it. It works. So yeah, it's like Windows. Like I've had Windows 10 since it came out, I think. However long ago that was now. I think it's what, over 10 years maybe. And I only changed to Windows 11 last week. So yeah, fucking crazy really. Still getting used to Windows 11. Even though again Windows 11 has been out for what, I don't know, 4 or 5 years or something. Mad to think I've only just changed over now. Finally we're getting there. Hey. Back in the game. As soon as I get in, I'm getting frame drops. I think. Let me have a run around. See what happens. Ah, see, I never went Netscape. Good old Netscape Navigator. I know there's not a lot going on the screen. Frames look alright though since I've logged back in. Let's find some dudes. Okay, that might be better. That may be better now. Right, okay. Let's do something. You still on cope? If you are, I'm going to go maybe do a high priority order when I get the right screen up. See what I've got. Where's that? Oh, looks like Dabra or something. Do a level 6 or something. That's not on this map, is it? Ooh, it is. Watermark. Ah, he was off to bed, was he? Ah, yeah. I got confused there. I thought Lee said she was off to bed. Ah, Gorbium said he's off to bed. Ah, see how I read it wrong because I'm a fucking idiot. That's right, okay. So, this is quick explanation. These here, these things, gonna do it right, are what they call high priority orders. The number next to them, 1, so it's a level 1, and they go up to level 6. Level 6 is a harder, possibly got the tankiest NPCs in the PvE side of things, from like missions, etc. It's really only probably this season I've been able to do a 6. Well, actually, that's a lie. They only brought 6s in this season. Before that, I struggled with doing a 5. Usually I could do a 4 at a push. Generally now I can do a 6 by myself. So it just they make them incredibly tanky, like super tanky. But I think once you reach a certain power level in this game, it generally becomes a lot easier. When you complete level 6, actually start again. When you complete any level except for a 6, you get a cache, which I don't know if I have one on me. Yes, I do. Yes. Okay. So these are caches. And so this is what it looks like. I get 3,600 in currency, and it's for a special vendor in the White House. And I get a chance of getting another order. It could be of the same or higher, but it's only like I don't know what the chance is. It might be 50-50, I don't know. I didn't get one there. I'm usually pretty unlucky these. Yeah, I got one. Obviously, I don't know Chinese, so I don't know exactly what mission it was for. I got another one there, so yeah, cool. But generally, once you've selected it like I did on the screen, you'll notice that it went purple or pink. When you head over to the mission, I can push up on my controller and that will change it to the level 6 order, as you can see, which is one of the most difficult. When I say difficult, the NPCs are tankier. Generally, the missions are very much the same, more spawns maybe, etc, etc. So usually you would invite people to these, but I don't think I will. I'm just going to run one and see what happens. Now, what I did do last week, it didn't go very well for me, to be honest with you. I changed over my gear, my weapons and stuff, to only using pay-to-play stuff, like nothing which is like paid for or like overpowered in this game, to see whether I could actually do a level 6 order, which is, as I said, potentially the hardest difficulty in the game. And I didn't. I failed. However, I did get probably about 3/4 of the way through. I was doing Jefferson Plaza, and I was doing okay until I basically fucked up. It's just very much like maybe when we do, like, say, a legendary, you know how you just got to really watch your positioning and what you're doing and don't get like too overconfident and stuff. So the reality is, it is possible just by pay-to-play stuff to do even the hardest content in the game. But obviously, the more, or I want to say the more you spend, it's not always the more you spend. Sometimes buying the right accessories for the right weapon for something which suits you generally makes things a lot easier. So again, obviously I'm using the sniper, so I do a lot of damage. But I'll switch over to my assault rifle. It's taken a while. It's taken a while just to get a kill, and that was a red bar. Albeit the build wasn't set for the assault rifle, but you can see it can potentially be a lot harder, and it doesn't help when you've got a shit aim like me, and I've missed like 14 shots there, and my Guardian procced, which you can see running around. Now what I need to do, I need to get another kill before my Guardian proc runs out, because if I don't, I die. And you'll see when I get a kill, you'll see that the colours change. Yep, see, it's proc. Now I'm going to not die no more. But if I didn't get that kill, I would have died. So the Guardian's good from stopping you from instantly dying and giving you like a load of health and a load of armour. However, if you don't kill within a certain period of time, you will die. And I actually think it's, I don't know, but I actually think that that's the sort of companion that we're going to get when we have the companions in like next season. Or, I don't know if it's companions with an S or just one. I would hazard a guess it's probably just going to be one. But, you know, we'll see. And the reason why I think we'll have it is I don't think it'll be like a person. It could be a person. It certainly won't be a dog. They said it wouldn't be a dog, but the reason why is because you have to traverse the landscape. You have to go up ladders, go up ropes, jump over things. You notice like sometimes on this game, like your character gets stuck on a fucking fag packet on the floor. You know what I mean? So like, I actually think it's going to be something which floats or flies around. And the reason why I think it'll be something similar to this, if not exactly the same as this, is because, well, the work's been done. They've created the models. They've proved that it works. The coding's there. They can pretty much use the exact same thing and just alter it for our game. This Guardian also goes up in levels in power. And we've obviously just introduced like leveling for modifiers. And obviously the same, the companion is going to be part of the global modifier. So it wouldn't surprise me whether it is something the same, if I'm honest with you. But I don't know. We'll see. We see what happens. I could be completely fucking wrong, like big style wrong with it. But it just seems rather strange that the work's been done. It works. The bugs have been ironed out. So I don't know. Use it. Saves on development cost. Put it that way.
Seeing a lot of hostiles by the docks. They're securing the boats.
They must be waiting for the order to launch. If the
I sort of, dog. I've sort of started live streaming. All it is, it's just a test, really. I used to do a little bit of Twitch stuff, like I want to say a little bit, like maybe like a couple of times a year, which wouldn't be a lot. And then last week, Leah pointed me to Restream. On how it you stream to them and it streams to multiple platforms. So I thought I'd give it a go. The YouTube side of things is not set up properly. It's only streaming in 720, which is a pain. But I'm sure I'll iron that out. If you see me go live again over the next day or so, it might just be to check that it's actually streaming in 1080, and then I might just quit. I don't know. So don't get too excited. I literally only did this test thing for I'm honest with you, I thought it was gonna be on for about 60 seconds or something like that, and then all of a sudden I'm on here a lot longer. What we got there? Hello, let's have a look. I wonder if there's enough damage to kill the manager in the mission when he moves over to China. Yeah. What else have I missed? My English listening is very poor. It would be great if YouTube had real-time translation. Yeah. You know it is. That's probably something that's coming. I tell you what they do have now, though. To be fair, I think it's garbage. They do that AI translation now, automatically. So, as an example, I did a video last week. I had it turned on. I think you have it turned on your settings. It might be automatic. And one of the guys who lives in Belgium, who I know, when he clicked on the video, it automatically defaulted to using the AI voice in Dutch or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds terrible. And then Agent Bespin did a video on, a reaction video on on my videos last week. Obviously it's in German. And when I clicked on that, it automatically did the AI voice translation to English, and it was terrible. That's no reflection on him. That's not his fault. That's YouTube. So I think there's a lot of work to do on that, if I'm honest with you. Fucking hell, these boats are tanky, aren't they? It's only 120 mil a bullet. 112, should I say? There you are. My nemesis as well. Those LMG outcast guys. Anyone who knows me will know. They're totally my nemesis. They get me every fucking time. I think with these missions, these level 6 ones, the entire reason why they brought them out is generally for the guys who buy stuff to have a bit more of a challenge. And they were when they first came out, but as every season happens in China, every single season, something comes out or they do something which makes everything or everyone even more powerful than they were the season before. And the NPC difficulty scaling and whatever else just doesn't scale at the same rate, or just gets left behind sometimes, and things just, I don't know, they get super easy, which is incredibly frustrating for me, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, LMG guys in retaliation. Yeah, mate, just those LMG guys just full stop. They just fucking rinse me every single time. It's I don't know what it is, my aim is not great, but I can hit other targets. When those LMG guys start shooting, fucking hell, my I think I started having a fit. I mean, I'm like this. I'm like shooting at them all over. I'm like, oh, what the hell? And I end up getting wiped. Come on, come on. That's the other thing about the sniper rifle. When you land like a, I want to say a crit, it's not a crit. They get locked in like a, it looks like foam. It's not. It's like snow, like ice or whatever. And it also spreads to nearby NPCs, and sometimes like NPCs behind cover or whatever can get like stuck. So you've got to wait for it to wear off before they start moving again. So you just end up standing around like a divvy.
To finish the job, Agent.
to go through the theater. Cut them off and kill them.
But what I'll do after this, I'll show you like, I'll do something similar again with like just a different build, not using the sniper. And you can see that there is such a big difference. If I dare go into the dark zone, I could show you there probably better than here. But I don't want it to completely destroy my frame rate again. That's if it was that. But you see the guy there? He's stuck. It's wearing off. He's not going to start moving until it wears off. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Another wave? Are we done? Are we done?
Was that gunfire?
Okay.
Agent, I
A
didn't
bit slow for money. Also with these high priority orders, you see this here? You see it when you come up? That's a chip. The only place you can get these chips and motherboards, Hi Pringle, is from high priority orders. So you can see that one itself is for Foundry. And don't ask me to read that, I have no idea what it says. But one thing I do know, it's shit. Purely because it's like 30% on a 100% scale, so it's a pretty bad chip. Just by looking at it. Looking at Run Foundry, but generally what you would have to have is it would only plug into a Foundry motherboard. So one of the things I never showed before was obviously these are the motherboards. You might have seen them before. And the chips, sorry, let's have a look. So all the different boards. So you can see that's a Heartbreaker board. You can see by the icon. Probably better off scrolling because I've probably got quite a lot. They're basic defense boards, offense, skill. They're for skills. Sorry, not for skills, sorry. They're for talents. So you could plug one of those in and you may be able to plug a chip in which will increase obliterate or intimidate or whatever, or glass cannon, yada yada yada. There's different chips for different talents, and they can help increase those. Diamondback, as you can see, you've got Striker, so you've got like Geese stuff, found Future Initiative. You've got stuff which is like specific. Can't remember what that is actually. Can't remember what that is. Come back to me. Capacitor. Coyotes. Bullet King. Come on, what's that again? Doctor's Home? No? Yes? Doctor's Home, maybe? Can't remember. Wonders Fury. Chatterbox. And come on, Scorpio. Scorpio, I think. And what's the arm? Memento. So you have different boards, which is... Oh, I know no Chinese. I know zero. Can't speak it, can't read it. I generally go on like, I don't know, certain character recognition or anything like that. So yeah, you can do stuff like that. Generally, I'm just sticking with what I would class as the more generic boards, which I can plug things into. But when I switch to Heartbreaker, I might have deleted some of my chips by mistake because I'm a fucking idiot. When I used to run Heartbreaker, yeah, I did. What a cock I am. I had that set up with a Heartbreaker board with the right chips. I'm a fucking dog's knacker. I wouldn't care. I had some decent chips as well for Heartbreaker. I used to run that with the assault rifle. So, like, as an example, I'll use that now. Obviously, I haven't got the chips plugged in, but you'll be able to see the big difference. I'll probably struggle here, I'm going to say. Not like I did when I had the sniper on. Or if I do clear it, it'll certainly be... I might have to take a bit of cover, actually. It might take me a lot longer. Oh no, I'm on burst fire, by the way. You can put this weapon on to burst, and burst does more damage. Burst and fully automatic. But you can see the time to kill straight away. How long it takes me, and like, don't really want to go face tanking. As much as like I've got a lot of bonus armor there, like you think. Goes fucking quite sharp, if I'm honest with you. 1 minute you think, yeah, see, my nemesis, get out of there. But with this one, if you change... I don't know why I've got it set up like this. No, I did it for a reason. If I change the scope out, that'll turn it to fully automatic. Obviously full auto does less damage, or burst does. However, with full auto, if I hit them in the head, which you can't see because I can't hit them in the head because I'm garbage, it will blind them. I'm probably in the wrong place here. See, he's blinded. He's stunned. So it's one of the good things. It's almost like having trauma. Is it trauma? You know what I mean? Not trauma.
Keep them away from me. Whatever you do, don't let them into the concert hall.
How it blinds them. I'll run this on the end. Might fucking die. Hey, who cares? But until I got the sniper rifle, I ran with this for quite a while. Actually, I like the assault rifle. I like assault rifles just in general, automatic weapons.
Now I've got you right where I want you.
My favourite used to be the... I switched to it, actually. It used to be the Endless SMG. Problem is just range. Range is garbage. Oh, you can see how straight away it's a bit of a struggle when I'm changing weapons. Not like it was when I had the sniper rifle, which can like 1 or 2 tap stuff. Got me. The LG guy got me, motherfucker. Knew he would. Arsehole. I played chicken with him and I lost, just like normal. Yeah, I had to get the second kill there to get the not die for the Guardian. Fucking bastard. I knew that was going to happen. Would be the LMG guy as well. Just can't kill him fast enough. Ooh, that's dead. I'm dead. Man.
Agent vital signs
Yeah.
0.
So yeah, I sort of knew that was going to happen. Whereas I go back to the sniper. I'm not saying I won't die, but certainly it'll be a lot easier. So he's got in 2 shots, you know. That was a lot more, but it was just bad. Just bad for me.
Now I've got you right where I want you.
So it's a big difference sometimes when you can drop 150 mil on a fucking shot, 229 mil, as opposed to hitting like between 1 and 15 with an SMG, you know.
I just wish your suffering could last as long as ours did.
Nah, not fast enough. Too slow. Too old, too slow.
Fire detected.
Yeah, no problem. Hello, thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. To be fair, much appreciated for everyone, to be honest with you. Stopping by. I wasn't expecting it, if I'm honest with you. Wasn't expecting it at all.
You think you're better than us? But you got the right to kill us? Huh? We've got the power of life and death now! We're going to use it!
Well, as you can tell, I'm not like... Ooh, nearly got rinsed. Not that good a talker. Probably why I don't stream. I can talk shit. But that's about it. Yeah, so that was a bit easier. And again, just things on the floor. They're modules. You've seen the module screen before. I'm going to say they're random, but they're not to a degree. Certain missions will drop more of a certain type. Daily changes. It's a bit like target loot, sort of. Yeah, practice makes perfect. But yeah, you would think you would get some decent chips and stuff when it's like a level 6, but you don't. It's just like quite random with the shit that you get. So let's have a look there. Let's see if I'm too late. Yeah. There's another one. I'll click on that. And you see how I clicked on it? Basically, it's an invite link, like I mentioned before. And I can just join this guy's game. To be fair, I don't even know what I've joined here. I usually have a good idea by, again, character recognition, what it is I'm going to join. Not necessarily the mission I'm going to join, but certainly what it is I'm going to join. Just show you, actually, just a second. Show you how I sort of differentiate with stuff. Well, because people say to me, oh, how can you play Chinese? How do you know? So, okay, that's cleared. But once once chat gets populated again, I'll give you a quick explanation of what I think different things mean in chat, so I know what to click on and what not to click on.
I can smell his from Haven.
And to be fair, usually I wouldn't have clicked on this because this is just like, what is this?
Rogue striker drone.
Heroic, I think. Heroic. Another thing in China, there's no dead bodies. I know you can't see it. No dead bodies on the ground. It's just a backpack. See if the lights come back on. See it there. Just a backpack. And when NPCs die over here, they actually despawn really quick. They don't like seeing dead bodies on the floor or whatever. Unlike our game. Let's kill some guys in the next room and you'll see how fast they actually despawn. The other thing you can do as well is like you can't kill wildlife in China. They don't let you. But they're dead now. See how fast they despawn?
See that button?
Go on. Don't hang about. Right, so let's clear this.
network detected.
I'm getting a ping.
So if I look at chat, there's only a couple of things there. So looking at these are invite links. Okay, I know they're invite links because things are in brackets, and experience tells me they are. So with this one, that starts 04. I know when something starts 04 that it's a CP4, control point level 4. Where it says T6, that means that's the world tier that the player plays in. Tier 7 is the highest. The higher the world tier, the more chance of modules dropping and higher tiered gear. Doesn't affect any sort of quality of anything. So you would click on that and that would be a link. This next one, that I think is a link for Paradise Lost. Okay, generally because I recognise that character and I recognise that character, and usually that's one of the difficulties on Paradise Lost. I can't remember if that's normal or that's hard. This here is a general link, I think.
Signal's getting stronger.
He's got 1 or 4 people in his group, and he's on. I'm not really too sure what that is. If I'm honest, he's called T3. The guy's called. That's his name, and he's in World Tier 7. And he's looking for players, but I'm not really too sure what for. This one here, this is a high priority order. So the orders that we've done before. Again, the easiest way is looking for numbers on this one. Would there been a 3? That means it's a level 3 high priority order. I waited way too long there. Go back to that. Let's have a look. Yeah, so if it was 03, you would know it was a CP3. But because it's 3 by itself, you know it's a high priority order level 3 in World Tier 7.
This must be where he keeps his
They're just things I pick up, you know what I mean? And it just makes things easy for me. Again, CP4, CP4, CP4. I'll click on a couple and probably won't be able to join. Nah. But you've got with a lot of this stuff as well, it's like fastest finger first. I'm sure there's a lot of like Chinese guys literally just like they're over it, hovering over it, and they're just waiting to click to join someone. Like CP4s in China used to be almost like a national sport, if I'm honest with you. Because when modules first came out, the only way you could get them was from doing... Sorry, not the only way. The most efficient way of getting them was from doing control point 4s. That's where they dropped the most. So CP4s is like a really, really big thing. Like super big thing. And like everyone was doing them. Now once they brought out high priority orders, the drop rate obviously increased for them, and also they increased the drop rate doing in legendary weapons. Sorry, they increased the drop rate in legendary missions as well. So it's not always the best way now. However, see that one there? Starts with that character. Looks like a 1. That's a legendary mission. See if I can click on it. Oh, we're in. So it'll be one of 3 legendaries. It'll be Jefferson, Grand Washington, or Capitol Building. They're the 3 legendaries that are on the map this week. They rotate 3 per week. So let's have a look. Which one do we get? There we go. Grand Washington. And it's legendary, like I said.
Once you're inside,
Same dead.
way to the atrium.
The one putting one off a legendary. Maybe this guy, I don't know actually. Does it look like him? I'm not really too sure. But yeah. So some of it is just like, I don't know, it's just experience. The more you play on it, like the more you seem to pick up. I mean, when I first realised there were invite links in chat, I just fucking clicked on anything. It didn't bother me. You know what I mean? I was like, I was brand new. I was getting carried anyway and everything. I was just like, yeah, click on that. We'll go and do that. See where it takes me. It was almost like a lucky dip. I'm like, oh, I'm here. I'm at. Okay, you know, it is what it is. Let's go. And to be fair, I very rarely ever see any Chinese players kick anyone. When happy at all. It's just like, I think everyone's just happy to carry everyone. And what I say to everyone when they first join as well, when they first start playing this game, is irrelevant of how strong you are, like really irrelevant of it. Put everything on the hardest difficulty, for the simple reason you're going to get carried. And if someone does matchmake in China, they're certainly in matchmaking for normal or hard or challenging. It's the hardest level or nothing in China. So just do that. Just matchmake for or play it on heroic and or legendary or whatever, and then invite people through the in-game chat. See who joins. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say you're going to get the best players in the world. There's plenty of times where I've been doing like maybe go and do Paradise Lost, and I'll put an invite link out, and I'm thinking to myself, I'll get some good players here. It'll be like quite an easy run, and then I get 3 like what I can only describe as fucking brand spanking new players join, and then I have to do all the work and do all the carrying, and I was like, bastard, wasn't expecting that. I wanted an easy run. How are you capable of playing the Chinese version of Division 2? So, to play the game, it's free to play through WeGame. You can download the WeGame launcher. However, to log into the WeGame launcher to play the Division, you need to have a QQ account. Now, QQ accounts are unbelievably difficult to get for foreign people. Okay, luckily, when I say luckily, it was actually more through persistence and luck probably. I managed to get one. I think it was over a year ago now. A year gone. I'm going to say August, and I would literally try every single day to get a QQ account, and basically all I used to get was computer said no, computer says no, computer says no, and I just persisted and persisted and persisted month after month, and like one Sunday morning it like accepted me and nearly fucking I nearly fell off my fucking chair, spat me coffee. I was like, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, then I managed to get my own account, and I was able to get in and play the Division in China. I see a lot of people, and when I say a lot, I'm going to go with 99% of all the people who are foreign who join this game generally buy their QQ account through some sort of third-party seller. Now, I'm going to say that is absolutely... Oh, sorry, first of all, you're adults. You do what you want with your own money. In my opinion, it's the wrong way of going around it. For the simple reason, because you buy it, it's linked to a, let's say, a Chinese telephone number. And you're never in control of their account. If they want to change your password and lock you out, they can. And you might not think that would happen. However, you might not think that would happen. But let's just have a look at my clan. And let's go down. Copium, rented account. Andre, rented account. Philip, bought account. Sally, bought account per argument. Shailan, bought account. Parnell, bought account. Connolly, bought account. Marson's original account, bought. Then they changed the password on him after he spent a year playing it, so they locked him out. Bought account. Bought account. Bought account. Don't know that guy. Bought account. Bought account. Marson's second account, the only other account that I'm aware of in this game, which is his. Yeah, that's his new one. Okay. Mixzone, bought account. Don't know. Chinese guys. No idea. Okay. And a lot of these people, Philip has got 2 on here. Lost them both. Bought accounts. I said Marson lost his. bot account. I've seen way too many horror stories. So the reality is, if that's what you want to do, because if you know where you're looking, you can get a QQ account for, you know, $25. Get you in the game. How long that'll last is honestly finger in the air stuff. And it's a bummer for people who put time and effort into something, and in some accounts or some cases spend money on those accounts to then lose it. So there you go. QQ does not work in Q8. No idea. I'll guess it would. It's a Chinese app. Works in any country as far as I'm aware. It's just all in Chinese. So yeah, that's another learning curve. Learning QQ. That was just like taking screenshots of everything, putting it through a translation, trying to understand what everything means and what everything says. So, but yeah, it's all a learning curve. And like the reality is like when I first started, there was nobody I could bounce off. There was no one I could ask any questions. And so yeah, to find everything out myself. It was tough. I'm honest with you, it was tough. Just like sometimes the translation's terrible as well. Any amount of trial and error. I think if you can do something wrong, I think I've done it. Probably multiple times. So when we get new players coming through, if I'm honest with you, most people, probably not all, but most people, at least contact me, probably through Discord, etc., to ask questions, advice, what things means, etc. And I try and help everyone as best I possibly can, but I'm not everyone's dad. You're all adults at the end of the day. You make your own choices, but I just try to explain to people, if I was new again, what would I do, and what the do's and don'ts. But the reality is, not everyone listens to me. They don't. Certainly on spending money. I know players who, let's have a look. Andre, less than one season, spent $3,000. Spent $3,000.
An agent has left your group.
Doesn't play no more. Adult, you know what I mean? I was like, I can only advise. I can't make people do anything. So yeah. Right, I don't even know what I was talking about before I started going off a little tangent. $3,000. Yeah. Well, I probably told you this already. One of the guys I play with. I'm not trying to throw shade. Oh, can't see him. He hasn't logged. He's not shown up. He spent $30,000. Yeah, that's $30,000. Crazy money. Okay, crazy. So I'm not people's dad. Now, on the other side of things, I'm no saint. Yeah. The reality is, I started off with the Endless Pursuit. Okay. The first mod I bought was this muzzle. Cost me about $25 at the time, and it pretty much doubled my DPS. Okay, if I'm honest with you, if anyone ever asks me if you're going to spend some money, what would I buy? That would be the first thing I buy. Okay, that carried me for fucking 7 or 8 months. Okay, worth the money if you're going to spend some money. However, what I found with it is that I needed the extended mag. I was running out of ammo so fast, like super fast. And generally with the mag, it doesn't happen. You don't run out of ammo. You get ammo back when you crit. You get ammo back. You just never run out. It doesn't happen. So I bought that. I think that cost me another 20. I'm going to say. Now you can get that free now. Yeah. So these are actually free in the game, and you can earn enough points in game to get this for free. So in theory, it would cost you nothing if you put the time in. So there's about 50 quid, say, that I spent. And up until probably, I'm going to say 3 or 4 months ago, that is all I ever spent in this game. Everything else, gear-wise, I'd been able to do all the attributes, optimize everything, didn't spend a penny. Then the accessories for this bad boy came on sale for the Gemini, and I'd always wanted it. I had the gun, I didn't have the accessories. And I think I managed to get all the accessories for, I'm going to say it was about 50 quid, maybe 60 quid. No, I'm fucking lying. I'm lying to myself. It was probably more like 80. I'm lying to myself. Yeah. And that was the biggest purchase. But I thought, you know what it is? I've put nearly a year into this game. I play it every day. Fuck it. I don't buy anything else. I'll buy it. So bought the accessories for it, and then I ran that. And then I don't know why. I think it's because just like everyone I knew was running the sniper, and I had the sniper. And I also had the magazine. Actually, the magazine's really expensive to buy. I had this magazine because I won it. I won it for free when it first came out. But I never play sniper rifles, and really without all the accessories, not really worth it. A damn, if I'm honest with you. So I don't know. I bought the other 3 accessories that I was missing. I can't remember what that cost me, if I'm honest with you. But I think it was more than what I paid for. It was more than I paid for the accessories for the Gemini assault rifle. But the way I did it is like I bought, like, say, the scope, but I waited, like, I bought it, and then 3 or 4 weeks later, or 4 weeks later, I'd put a bit of money aside, and I'd buy the next bit, and then I'd buy the next bit. So I would actually say in total in this game, in fact, actually, I don't even need to say I know exactly to the penny. I've pretty much spent £300 in this game in the year that I've played. So I'm no saint when it comes to spending money in the game. However, I've got to where I am spending 300, and I'm like, there's people who are joining who are spending thousands, like, straight off the bat, and I'm like, you just need to chill out a little bit. It's almost like nobody wants to do the grind or put the hard yards in, and I feel like I put the hard yards in the game, because I initially set out with the entire thing in my head. I will not be spending a penny in this game at all. And obviously I didn't for quite a period of time. And everything I had is earned. And so day after day after day after day, I'd log in and I'd make a little bit of progress. It was tiny, minute. And I'd make, next day I'd make a little bit more and a little bit more. And obviously all those little millimeters, you know, make inches and make yards and yada, 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 yada. And I gradually get stronger and stronger and stronger. I see people come on now and they see all the shiny stuff. They see all the, they come in, it's like the whole FOMO. They see all the shiny new stuff that China has that they don't have in their game, and they want it. And they pull the wallet out and they buy it straight off the bat. And sometimes I'm just like, no, you just need to, like, just pull back a little bit and not do it. But say I only advise people. That's all I can do. Just advise them. They're all adults at the end of the day. It's their money, not my money. But I'd just like to think is that you can spoil the game if you get. It's almost like you get everything straight away. where's the incentive after that? What is it to do? You know, the game itself, this game itself, is built around, irrelevant to what it is now, it's built around grinding for your gear, getting yourself more powerful. Yeah, we all know we run the same missions, we run the same things, but we're getting better at doing it. We're getting more efficient at doing it. Some things are more fun to use than what others are. Different talents, different gear sets, etc. And the fun is in the journey of getting there. It's not, you know what I mean? It's almost like the journey's is the part. It's not the final. You know what I mean? So I just think sometimes when you get everything straight away, there's no incentive to play after that. You've used the shiny stuff. Okay, yeah, that was great. I've used the shiny stuff now. See you later. You've never worked to get the shiny stuff to appreciate it a bit more. That's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking bullshit. That's just maybe how I see things. But yeah, could be wrong. Okay, I'll talk some bollocks. Anyway, you like my bikini? I keep saying that. Fashion-wise, let's just talk about fashion for a second. As I said before, I don't have many outfits. As far as full outfits go, there's like a mech outfit, like there, looks a bit shit if I'm honest with you. There's a blue variation of it. They were free. Again, I got everything for free. The Anubis set was, oh, I've got a follower. Happy days. I can't even see it on my screen. I don't even know who's following me. I can't even see it. Why I don't have a notification of that? I don't know. Anyway, but thank you for following me. But I can't see your name. I have no idea who you are. I really need to get good at this whole fucking stream of malarkey because I'm garbage. Anyway, so the Anubis one, that was part of a season pass reward. We've got the 2 Kena ones. That was part of another one. Thank you very much. I still can't see who you are, but thank you for joining. I could have been raided or anything. Not that I would get raided, but you know what I mean. I have absolutely fucking no idea. They're the 2 Kena ones. They were free. The hunter outfit, the recruiter, you get that from in this game from doing Paradise Lost. You just get it as a completion reward. That's a different one. I only just got that yesterday, actually. It's a dog catcher's uniform. Well, like, can I zoom in on that? Oh, can I zoom in on it? Oh no, hang on. How do I do it? Fearless and loyal. Yeah, some sort of dog catcher's uniform. You get that through doing shepherding. That was the vanity outfit for getting to level 10. For getting to level 20, you get a dog mask, but I didn't want the dog mask, so I wasn't really into this. I had childish. Thank you for joining, Benji. Now, buddy. Yeah, but you weren't following me on Twitch. Okay, I'll have to kick you out of my Discord. That's shocking, Benji. So yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, so that was shepherding. What else do we have? I think the Theo Parnell one was Abyss Reward, and that's a Dracoff, and that was the Abyss Reward. I'm sure I had the Connolly one. Oh, the Connolly one might be parts, actually. It might have been the top and the bottom. That's Connolly, isn't it? Oh no, you can't see, so I've got the alpha on. Take the alpha off. Yeah, this one I've got on here, it's a free reward. That cost nothing. That was doing daily web activities. I'll show you that in a second. Actually, you might have seen it already, but it's worth looking at. I mean, it's all in Chinese, but you get when you see, you'll get the gist of what's going on. It's pretty easy to understand. This one, I think we're getting this. This is the vampire set that I think Daria talked about. You buy this from the DZ vendor, from DZ credits. So again, something that again I didn't pay for. Just got it. This one is part of the Anubis one. Basically, it's the same as the one you just seen, which was that one. But you can get it as a full outfit. They do it, or they do it in parts. So you can just put the top or the bottoms on, etc., which is pretty cool. That was a season pass reward as well. Came with a mask and everything. I'm not really keen on it. That was this season's. If I didn't have that hat on, take that off and put that on. It'll have the hood up. There we go. So it's got like some sort of, night sky effect. Sort of looks cool. But it was based on the Nano Assassin, which we got a couple of seasons ago. So this was a season pass reward. And as much as it's white here, it changes colour. You've probably seen it. It changes colour with your environment. So I
Hostile broadcast picked up.
let me go back to that again because I'm an idiot. Press the wrong button. Let's head outside. Change the scenery. And we should be able to see change colour. But again, we're getting something similar in our game coming. We're getting it. See, it's gone black, which is cool. We're getting a chameleon outfit coming to our game. It's not going to be like this, but I think the pants and the top do change colour. I think it's coming this season, if not in the next couple of weeks, I think. So, see how it's gone like gold. If I go like near, I don't know, the grass or something like that, it'll go like green. It's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty cool. Give it a few seconds. I might be lying. Come on, change colour. There we go. Yeah. Pretty cool. So I was like, I like that. I rocked this one for a while, actually. I did like it. It's pretty good. What else do I have? What else do I have? That is, can't remember what that is. That's about 100 of it. Can't remember. Can't remember how I got hold of it. No idea how I got hold of that either. That's Kijika. That was free. That one was part of a, again, free reward for doing certain web activity stuff. Not sure about these. I'm sure we've got these in our game. I'm sure I've got that on one of my characters. I like this t-shirt. It's cool. I can't quite read what it says. It's something like survive. I think it says survive the farm in the Division. But again, this was free and they did like a, you got a hat with it. It says bounty hunters on the hat. Pretty cool. What else did I have? I covered that one. That was Parnell, wasn't it? What's that again? Oh, that's the other Kena one, isn't it? Yeah, we got that for free as well. That one there with the dog on, that's the one of the Shepparton rewards. That was also one of the Shepparton rewards as well. Coming like pants and everything. And there's a pants hat. Give me pants. The blue. There we are. The blue, but it's got a different colour on the back, haven't they? Yeah. I like orange on the back. But that, okay. Go away. When I got that one, that was probably the only Shepparton one where I actually did it and got the mask as well. And I got the fucking, yeah, that was actually the cassette with the dog mask, which is fucking big bad if I'm honest with you. But, you know, it's China. They go into stuff like that. They like your animals. So, but yeah. Let me take that off. I don't like running stuff like that. What else are we? Well, we know the Army Man one stuff. Remember seeing that? We got that in our game again, didn't we? That, again, it was originally in China and brought it over. That was free from the clan vendor. Not sure about that. I don't even know where I got that from. Don't even know where it is. Same with that. Sure, we've got that. Then obviously we got these. These were paid in our game, but these again, I think they were free. I think that was Abyss. I think that one was free in Abyss. I actually think I got that one when I bought something. I think it cost me something like, I think $2. And I got the full set, just as whatever it was. And I think they're just like your random garbage. I do have a couple of loadouts with it when I set up. Yeah, it's pretty much what I showed you. But, you know, I don't really like that mech helmet, but I got this feeling, I could have sworn we might be getting something similar. I don't know. Obviously the Hunter one, the Anubis one. Yeah, Kijika. Yeah, me dog. And then the Chinese ones. What else? Yeah. That was the full setup for the Nano Assassin one, which is cool. But the good thing as well is like so like I've showed this off before. One of the cool things I really like actually is the decoy mod that they have. So the decoy mod will take it. These guys fuck off. The decoy mod will basically take a snapshot of your character, and when you deploy your mod, looks like your character. Now the fucked it up is not holding the gun at the moment. It used to hold the gun with all the animations, but for some reason it's not. Now obviously I took the snapshot when I had a different outfit on, so hence the reason why it looks like that. But I think that looks pretty cool, if I'm honest with you. And generally the way in which you do it, I might have to wait for this to come off cooldown. Yeah, well, it comes off cooldown. Well, the only way I found that you do it is basically if you take the mod out and when you plug the mod back in. Yeah, it does have jiggle physics actually. When I look at that in a second, yeah, you can definitely see a bit of a jiggle going on. I'll just do this first. So if I take the mod out, yeah, and then put the mod back in, it will take a snapshot of my character. And there's my character. So in theory, when I throw this out now, I should have the bikini on. Still don't have the fucking gun in my hand, like, which is frustrating. But there we go. And even my decoy's got jiggle physics. If you can see them boobies moving a bit. But yeah, when you look at the character, you can see them jiggling around. Jiggle, jiggle. It's only slight, but hey, it's there. It's got a bit. Right, we dork. Anyone want to say out? I don't know what to do or what to show. I might actually go back over to the Abyss, even though I don't really like the place too much, and get a couple more floors done. We'll head over. I think with the Parallel Childish, it's like some of it is mad. It is mad. However, it does sort of fit like the Chinese like culture. I'm honest with you. So we maybe like find things a bit strange. Hi, Hitman. Hi, mate. So yeah, we might find things like a bit strange, but they do some decent stuff, if I'm honest with you. And like, who would have thought, like with things like this bikini as an example, who would have thought that China would be more risque than Europe or US sort of thing, you know what I mean? You would think it would be like, it would be more censored and frowned on over there than it would be like with us. But it's like, I don't know, very much the other way around, isn't it? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like we should have bikinis and stuff, and I know a lot of people who would absolutely 100% go for the bikini, and I know a lot of people would probably 100% be turned off by it, and I get that. But, you know, so I don't know, it's a difficult one. You know, I sort of understand why when Massive brought the other bikini one out, the tactical one, they put a mesh over the top. So I get that. Sort of get why they did it. But I don't know. I think when we go on to talking about, like, in my comments when I show some fashion off, I always get the comments on, oh, it's keep this out of our game. Our game's like our game needs to stay realistic and yada 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 yada, and or tactical or whatever it is. And like, no, because that's not what The Division is, and it's never been like that. I think they're just stories that you're telling yourself. It doesn't just go back and have a look. Fucking hell, year one, like I think within the first, like, I don't know, month or so, we've got an astronaut outfit. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. Look at some of the other stuff that we've got where you've got a fucking, you pretty much got to you've got a gimp mask. You know what I mean? You got an outfit there which is basically duct tape with like a duct tape gimp mask and stuff like that on, etc., etc. What reality are you guys living in? Because it's not the fucking reality I'm living in. You know, it's not. The game Division has never been a tactical shooter. You know what I mean? It's like what, you know, and the realism isn't there. You know what I mean? It isn't. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I get it because it's close to what's potential. But fucking, I'm getting absolutely folded. But the reality is, yeah, what we have shields that just fold out, and we have like a special hive which like brings you back from the dead. Do we? You know what I mean? And like, there's so many things which are just not in reality, but people seem to think the Division, our version of the Division, is held to some sort of higher standards. Now, fair enough, knock yourself out, hold it to a higher standard if in your own mind, but the reality is it's not. Just look at what they've brought out. Just go through the apparel store, go through what apparel that you have, look at the apparel events that they've brought out, then maybe just give yourself a shake and wake up, because it's just that's not the reality. But as I said, I'm not saying we get the crazy stuff. I'm not saying we get the crazy stuff. I really aren't. There's a place for those things, and there's certainly things can go too far. Completely get that, and there's a line that probably can be crossed. But don't play the whole fucking, you know, it's a tactical shooter, realistic yada yada yada, because it just isn't. It just isn't. You're living in a different planet if you think it is. But yes. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's not me being arsey. That's the way I see it. I just see that many comments in my comment section. I don't even bother getting into. I don't even bother commenting on it, because it's just like, can't be bothered. The internet's quite a toxic enough place as it is before me starting like some sort of fucking, I don't know, starting some sort of argument with somebody over a piece of digital fucking vanity, which means absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? Means nothing in life. Fucking hell, there's people out there who are fucking starving or dying, and they've got fucking illnesses and all sorts, and yada yada yada, and there's hardships in the world. You can hell, and people want to start fucking booming big arguments over a bit of digital vanity in a game. I'm just like, just fuck off. Fuck off, please. Anyway, yeah. There's about 200 people unfollowed me now. Yeah, it's definitely starting to. I feel the difficulty starting to increase a little bit now. Don't be wrong, I'm still knacking everything, but I need to like watch what I'm doing. Whereas before I was just running around like I was fucking John Wick. Is that a mini tank? I hate mini tanks, they're dangerous in this game. They die fast. However, they do some fucking damage to you, like. Whereas dogs now, at this sort of level, fucking take forever to kill. They get to a point where you just like, you're literally jamming in billions worth of damage on them and they just don't die. Oh shit, I didn't realise there was another one to do. I wasn't taking any notice. What an idiot. Yeah, that's all it is in there. It's fun. It's like, bottom line, it's a video game. You play it to have fun. Yeah. And like, you play it the way you want to play it, you know what I mean? You're the person who pays for it at the end of the day. It's your money, yeah? You play it the way in which you want to play it. Like, I'll never tell anyone how they should play a game. You know what I mean? You do you. And like, everyone is different. But yeah, that's all it is. Let's be honest with you, it's a fucking video game. You know what I mean? I started playing like video games when I was, obviously, when I was a kid. You know, I'm probably older than most, not as old as some who play video games, you know. I was, you know, my first PC, my first computer was a the ZX Spectrum. It was my first home computer. You know, I've been there with, you know, the dawn of NESs and the early, sorry, obviously that was the Nintendo, the Master Systems, and obviously your Mega Drives, your Super Nintendos and stuff like that, and, you know, your PlayStation 1s, etc, etc, you know, Commodore Amigas, yada 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 yada, you know. You know, I've been playing for a lot of years, and you start on that journey because you play something because it's fun and you enjoy it. Just, I don't know, sometimes you can get maybe a little bit too serious and a little bit too heavily invested in something, and which is not really meant to be that way. It's just supposed to be a fun thing. If it starts frustrating you and you don't like the way in which things are going, don't play. It's pretty much as simple as that. If it's affecting you like that, and like you're like salty about it all the time and things, you know what I mean? You've got like something, just stop playing. It's not doing you any good, is it? Go play something else that is fun. So anyway, how long have I been? How long have I actually been on for? I don't even know. Can I see that anywhere? I must be able to see that somewhere. I'll fold it. The whole I'm only going to test this out for 5 minutes thing. It went on a little bit longer than 5 minutes. Get done. Hey, see what we go to next. Hopefully I'll get a decent, saying that, like, might get a decent floor, I don't know. I've got this feeling it's either going to be them botanical gardens. I might be wrong. I've got a feeling it is. I don't really like them. They're a pain. Oh no, it's not. Don't think. No, it's like the lab thing. I wasn't even looking at the screen there. I was just shooting. I think I was just shooting the wall. I think. Fucking hell. I'm trying to read chat and like shoot at the same time. What am I missing? Server.
Terminal destroyed.
I find it very weird how people can mind their own business and I just don't know. Not use it by whatever they like, they don't like. It is, it's as simple as that, buddy. As simple as that, bud.
Active terminal detected.
Okay, that would be go in that circle, Vert, and not just sit there like an idiot. Get these ones where you gotta press the button and just not stand in the circle. I'll have to watch what I'm doing soon. So when the difficulty spikes on this, it really does spike. Hey, I've got another follower. And like, I've got to really apologise to everyone because I can't see like anyone who's like following or anything. I'm really shit at streaming and like pretty much brand new at it. And like thank you very much for following me, but like, I have fucking no idea who you are. But I do appreciate it, honestly, I do. I couldn't even tell you what you followed me on. Could be Twitch, could be YouTube, I've just no idea. I really need to up my game. As I said earlier, I literally just like, I just fired it up for, it was going to be, if I was going to be streaming for 5 minutes, that was like maybe even longer than I thought I was going to. I was pretty much going to see what the quality was like, check the audio, and that was it. And then people started messaging me and chatting away, etc., and like, I just, just kept going. I'm still here. They're getting tanky now, them dogs. See, what I might have to do with them later is, because you don't do as much damage with them as sniper, is switch to negotiators. You see how many I'm putting at them? Bearing in mind, I'm dropping NPC in about 2 or 3 shots. Dogs are getting tanky. Sorry, yeah, George, I do have a basic guide, yeah, I do. I think I did it about, I'm going to say a year ago, but it might not have been a year ago. I might be totally lying and got my time scale wrong. Might have been 8 months ago, maybe. It's called The Beginner's Guide to... Beginner's Guide, can't remember. Something like, it's the Beginner's Guide for veterans, basically. So it's more designed around people who know the Division, yeah, but are interested in China, and if they were fortunate enough to get an account to get logged on, like, I don't know, really beginner's guide, like how it could help them. Yeah, basically, if you look in, I'm going to say all my videos on YouTube, but it's maybe not all. In the description, usually at the bottom, is the link to my like clan Discord, and in there we have like, we can talk about what you like in there, but we got a room in there for like, we just call it China Vision. So if you want to ask stuff in there, you can. The only thing I will really say is off limits in there is asking and talking about, not talking about, but more like asking and going on about accounts, QQ accounts. I don't deal with QQ accounts. I don't get involved with stuff like that. Fucking, I'm getting rinsed. It's quite, in my opinion, it's quite a, okay, getting fucked. It's quite a murky subject. You're better off trying to get your own. If you can't, maybe just keep persistent like I did, and it might work out for you. But I know lots of people who buy them, and inevitably over time, I would probably say most of them go wrong and they end up losing their account. So by all means, ask away, but I don't really get caught up in account stuff. That's not me. I'm certainly not giving. I certainly never give anyone advice on if they should buy one or if they should not. All I can tell you is what I did. I persisted for day after day, week after week, month after month, trying to get one on my own, and I eventually did. It wasn't a fast process. It did take me months, but I got there in the end. But however, if you do know someone in China, a Chinese person or something, it's actually a lot easier now than what it used to be. Because before, it used to just tell you to fuck off, basically. Say like you're not getting one. Whereas now, I think you can. There's a process where you can, if you've got someone who's Chinese and they can verify for you, you can get an account. But I do think the need to have, from my understanding, is that obviously their account needs to be linked to a Chinese telephone number, which you would expect because they're Chinese, but also have their bank account linked. I'm not too sure about ID, but it wouldn't surprise me ID as well, before they can verify a foreigner. But it is very possible for foreigners to get them, like, as you know, because I have them, which is my own, linked to my own UK telephone number, etc, etc. So I'm in fully control of it, whereas there's places which will sell you accounts, which can be easily taken back. However, there's some reputable places which Copium used, which rent out accounts. I don't know what the cost is per week or month, however it works, etc. And they take care of like all the admin stuff, etc. And then goes wrong to fix everything, etc. And to be fair, I've only heard good things about them, but I don't know who they are. Again, you're an adult. That's something for you to look into yourself. Let's say not really something I want to get too involved with. Is the boss floor already? I didn't realise it was a boss floor. Definitely start to feel taking the damage now, though. I know it doesn't look like when I'm running around with a load of bonus armour, but a few shots and that bonus armour's gone. Especially from a mini tank or a sniper. Yeah, it's the best way. Don't be wrong, it's the hardest way. 100% the hardest way, you know what I mean? And like, I honestly, I was telling the story earlier on. I don't know if you're on. But again, when I started, I had no one to speak to, no one to like ask advice of and stuff like that, etc, etc. And I was just trying. I was literally trying every day to get one, for months and months and months. And sometimes I get a little bit further, sometimes I wouldn't. And I remember it was pretty much, I think it was something like 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning. I just made myself, I was up early, made myself a coffee, logged on, and I just give it another try, and it was like, bang, like accepted, and went next part of the process, but it pretty much meant I could enter, you know, it created me an account, and I was just like, fucking hell, I was like, spat me coffee out, nearly fell off my chair. I was like, shit the bed, off we go, you know what I mean, off we go, let's get the game loaded up. Which was good. Well, actually, to be fair, that wasn't the... even when that happened to me, I couldn't actually play the game even though I had an account, because one of the other things I didn't know, well, I sort of knew, but I didn't know, that in China, you have to prove how old you are. You have to be over 18, because they have strict laws in place for basically kids, people under the age of 18, on how many hours of gaming that they can play in any given week. And I think it's only small, something like 3 or 4 hours or something. But the game itself, when you try to log in, if you haven't basically had your age verified, just throws a Bravo error up all the time. So you can't get in. And like, at the time when I was getting Bravo errors, obviously we've seen Bravo errors in our game, you know what I mean? They're generally like connection problems or something. It's usually nothing to do with us to a degree. So I actually just thought at the time, it's got to be a firewall thing, because I was still under the impression I needed a firewall to play the game. So yeah, I thought, yeah, it's got to be a firewall thing, and it's like the great Chinese firewall, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? I need to get a better VPN, and so I was trying different VPNs and all sorts out, etc, etc. And nothing was working, and I even think I went by probably at least a month, maybe gone by, and I still couldn't get in because I didn't know what it was. And then I remember one day I loaded just a VPN. It doesn't really matter which one it is, because I know better now. Loaded up, and when I tried to go into the game, it like directed me to a different website, and when I translated it, it was basically about proving your age, and for a foreigner to be able to do it, the only option you have is putting your passport details in. If you're Chinese, you can put like the almost like their social security type number, and stuff like that in, and it would work. And like, obviously there's other forms of like Chinese IDs, etc. But because you're foreigner, the only option you have is putting your passport details in to prove your age. So yeah, that's something I had to do, and I think that was, I think that took maybe, I'm gonna say 4 or 5 days for that to get like passed. But once that did, then yeah, I was on. I could log in and I could play. So again, just another learning curve that I had, something that I didn't know, that I had no one to ask. Yeah, and there's not exactly any sort of like how-to guides out there, to be fair. Or if there is, I didn't find it.
EMP jammer destroyed.
Mini tank. I heard. Okay. Where are we at now? 233. Take some damage. See, I lost that bonus armor sharp. Them mini tanks fucking hurt and snipers. They do hurt. I say I'm starting to get to a point now where pretty soon, I reckon, maybe in 10 floors time, maybe even less than that. Oh, nearly died. I'm gonna have to change my playstyle. This whole running around malarkey is not gonna work in here. Yeah, no problem, buddy, no problem. But yeah, I'll just have a search for that video. Don't know. Let me have a look. See if I can find it myself. See, I can't remember what I did. I think, don't get me wrong, there's stuff which has been updated in the game since, so some things have changed. But the vast majority of it's pretty much on, I think. Nothing's really changed too drastically on it. There's other things being added, which it won't tell you about, but it's certainly good. Everyone who has joined that I'm aware of. Just 1 second, I can get the phone. Oh, sorry, that was the wife. Just asked me what I wanted from me dinner. Yeah, so everyone who I'm aware of who has watched this video, who's came over to play the Chinese version, have all given me good feedback. Yeah, there we go. There's a link. It's in chat. Well, give me good feedback on that. It's really good. It's bang on. It's like really helped them. So I'm quite happy with that. I think I made one mistake. Oh, have I just crashed? Have I crashed? It certainly looked like I've crashed. Definitely crashed, haven't I? Gotta have crashed. Yes, there we go. 100% I crashed. See what happens. Not even shown. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's catched up. When did I start? Oh, there we go. I started at 20 to 12. It's 2:30. Fucking hell, I was only supposed to be on for 5 minutes. 5 minutes just turned into a couple of hours. Wild. See where it puts me. Obviously, I've 100% just died in that room. But I should still be there. But like the just talking about stuff like that, crashes and stability. I don't know whether I'd say it was any better than our game, if I'm honest with you. Still has its moments, like our game does. So yeah, I just, you know, I don't think there's any. I don't think I could turn around and say, yeah, the Chinese game is more stable than what the international game is. Yeah, Discord link, I'll get you that, mate. Just 1 second. Might even be Discord link might be in that video in the description. Give me 1 tick though, I will get it for you. I need to open Discord. I actually closed Discord because I just closed loads of programs on my PC. Because I was getting a lot of lag and I didn't really know what it was. So let me have a look. Look. Discord link. Let's have a look. Copy that link. And there we go. That's basically my clan Discord. But as I said, we've got the room on there for China Vision. So I didn't see the point in doing like my own virtuals Discord. It's like, I don't know. It's not who I am. Clan Discord will do. We need one. I really bothered doing the whole YouTube thing purely because, I don't know, just because I thought other people might find it interesting, if I'm honest with you. For no other reason. I mean, I work full time. It's not like YouTube's a full time job for me. You know what I mean? I just make videos when I feel like it. And generally, I try to do stuff, even stuff in our game. I try to do stuff that no one's done, or if they have, I've maybe give something different on it, like a different like eyebrow stream, only Chinese Division 2 versions of YouTube. I don't know. I might do both. I mean, to be fair, I can't remember the last time I streamed our main game. If I'm honest with you. Ooh, high level orders coming up, level 5 or 6. Yeah, I'm game. I'm game, buddy. Are you doing it now? Or do I have time to clear this floor? Saying that the timer's gone, so I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's bugged out because I crashed. Something's gone wrong anyway. Yeah, so, oh yeah, Phil, there we go. There we go. Right, let's get this floor done. I'll do this floor, and then I'll join you for like level 5 and 6s, no problem. I don't know where I've got in level 5 and 6's mind. I'll have to have a look. I think I've definitely got at least one of each. Was it laptops last time? I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. We'll activate this. I looked at that there and for some reason I thought it was the tracker for Johnny 5. I think I need to put my glasses on. Come on. Hopefully they're all going to spawn out here. Makes it easy for me. Yeah. Job done. Okay, cool. Let me know when you're in. I'll join you. I'll do the I'll just do this boss floor first. I was going to do that, but I might as well do the boss floor while I'm here. And after that, before I join Rebel to do these level 5 and 6 orders, what I'll do, for those of you guys who are still here watching my terrible gameplay, I will show you the web activity stuff that they do every day and week. It changes from week to week and day to day sometimes, but I'll show you like all the different rewards that you can sort of get. Which in my opinion is pretty cool. It's something that, maybe a lesson that we could learn in our game. Actually giving the players something when they log in every day, or to log in for. But then again, I'm not too sure, is it against the law now in Europe or wherever to incentivize log-ons? I'm not really too sure. There's maybe illegality around it. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll show you it. Because generally, just for logging into this game, you get rewards. I can hear Discord banging away. I really meant to close it back down again. See, because last time I was running it, it was, I don't know, I just shut loads of things down because I had like I was dropping frames really bad. So I shut everything down that I possibly could. And Discord was one of them. That might not have been the problem. Right, going on to the web activity stuff. So in here, okay, come out with that. Sorry, that's the shop. That's a different story. This button here, generally this is where you can access all the web activities. So I'll click on it. The screen might go white. I might have to change my the screen I'm sharing because sometimes it doesn't work properly through OBS. So I hit the button. Yeah, it's gone white. Hang on 1 second. I think I have that maybe. Yeah, so you can see it. That's better. Sure to see that now. So these ones are dead straightforward. This first one here, just log in, click, you claim it. I've already claimed it for a day. That's for tomorrow's. Basically gives you some currency, which you can spend that in the in-game shop, which is good. And gives you a cash with some level 3 items in, gear items. Obviously the last one you get a backpack trophy, etc. The first one here was actually the named Sokolov perfect glass cannon chest piece. So again, that was free, which was cool. Click on this next one. Again, these are login bonuses. Login every day. First one was a skin for the technician specialization, which is cool to get for free. Then every other day you get like different materials or caches for logging in. If you log in for 7 days, you can claim like 500 extra credits. 14 days, some more. If you log in for 21 days, you can claim another backpack trophy. So, no, it's nice. Free's free at the end of the day. Sometimes they're doing where it's vanity items that you can get. Next one, let's see if it is this one. Yep. So this one here, this is pretty good. This is where I got the bikini from, by the way. The one piece of vanity that I actually bought. So these things, 3 things for you to do when you log in. So you've got do an abyss floor. They might be not in this order. It's just I know what they are. Do an abyss floor. Do a bounty in a group, and do a CP4. Click on those. Get your points. The points fill this bar up. As this bar fills up, you can then claim the different rewards. Okay. Mainly materials, etc. If you buy the paid track, which is this one, it costs 128k, which is roughly about 14 pound in British pounds. Besides the materials, you've got the vanity for the bikini, which I wanted. So I spent 13.5 quid, 14 quid, purely because I wanted the bikini. As I said, pretty much the only vanity item I've actually bought. Got the shoes, got the hat, etc. Then more materials than that as you go up. You can get more points by doing different things. So last week it was abyss floors. So If you did like up to floor 100, you could have claimed all the different rewards, and that would give you more points to spend in here. This week it's bounties. I've actually only done the first one. I've only done 5 bounties, which is pretty poor. But if you do it 25, you can claim all these different rewards. You get more points for your track, and then you can claim these rewards as well, which is cool. This one's not really for me. This is for new accounts. So if you're a brand new account, when you log in, if you come here, you can get the dinosaur suit for free. You can get the legendary SMG, the Endless Pursuit, for free, as well as some caches, materials, credits, and an emoji, all for free. Okay, as very much like a welcome pack for new players. So looks pretty cool, to be fair. Then I don't think these ones are for me. Oh, no, okay. So this is quite a good one. Looks a bit garbage, but it's good. I know you can't read Chinese because neither can I. First one is log on, claim the reward. Well, I think I've already done for the day. Oh, no, I haven't. That's a lie. I haven't done. Good job I did. Next one. These are daily tasks. So you've got like log in, CP4, do a Discovery Iron Horse, go on the DZ, yada, yada, yada. All different things. Do a legendary mission, etc., etc. All give you points. There's also weekly tasks, there's monthly tasks, and there is seasonal tasks. All give you points. Okay, these points can then be spent on stuff in game. So see there, I've got 16,000 points. One of the good things it can do is, first of all, these mods. These mods are for the Endless Pursuit Legendary SMG. These are generally paid mods, pay to win mods, basically. Yeah. So the reality is you can earn enough points to buy these by just playing the game and doing activities in the game. Okay, which is pretty fantastic. Obviously, the big thing you want to buy is that muzzle. If you want to buy anything, that's what you want. That's a bad boy. That's the big difference maker. But other than that, there's blueprints, so you can craft better levels of the legendary weapons. You also have either currency you can get, spend your points on, different modules, high priority orders, etc. Again, more materials, etc. Or you can buy things like chips for the motherboard chip system. Again, all with points that you earn just by playing the game. So it looks, if I'm honest with you, really good. Of the things that they do to keep the players engaged, what we don't. This is something different. But yeah, we'll come back to that. So let me get off that. Let me change back to my main screen, and I need to get out the summit because my friend is waiting for me. Not the summit, the abyss. Looks like Fortnite. I've had that conversation already. And yeah, there's some crazy stuff. Absolutely, 100%. Don't doubt that. Just do yourself a favour though, before you make judgments like that. Go into our game, go into the parallel menu, go into the store, going to look at the parallel projects that we've done in the past, etc., the parallel events, and look at what we've got. Okay, and there is no realism. Yeah, realism ship sailed long time ago. Okay, and the reality is it's a video game. It's a video game to be enjoyed. How you see it. If you like a vanity item, you buy it. If you don't like a vanity item, you don't buy it. It is what it is. And the one thing I've noticed that I do and probably everyone's exactly the same when I play this game is I see, so like my friend here, he's got a onesie on with some slippers, a fucking stupid shark hat, etc., and a backpack with teddy bears on. Yeah, I agree with you. Fortnite, stupid. Yeah. However, what my point is that initially, once the first initial, oh, look at that, is out of the way, yeah, you don't look at what people have got in your group. It's like when I play our game, Do I spend time checking everyone out and seeing what boots they've got on, or trousers, or top, or mask, etc.? You don't. It's just another player in your group that you're going to do a mission with, and you just crack on. It really makes zero difference whatsoever. So yeah, I agree with you, some of it is stupid, and I agree with you, that is actually stupid. If I'm honest with you, I do actually think it's stupid, but you know what it is? I'll put money on if that came in our game, there'd be an absolute shit ton of people buy it. Absolute shit ton. Oh, my fucking frame rate just dropped through the floor there. Not too sure why, but it just did. Let me just shut some things down again, just in case. Last time this happened, I had to restart the game. So I don't know. I might have to restart the game. Might have some sort of dodgy memory leak or something. I don't know. I'm not even moving, and I can see that my frames are fucking dropping through the floor. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to restart. Just give me a second. Let me just log straight out. Feeling it was either around basically monetize the life out of it, change the systems around, take all the, I want to put Americanization out of it. So yeah. So we're back in. We should be back in. The thing is, last time we had this whole 0% loading thing, and it seemed to last for about a minute or two. So yeah, looks like we're going to get it again. I'll try my best to talk bollocks and until then. But I don't know if anyone's got any questions or anything. Anything they might want to see. Entirely up to you guys. No, fine, mate. Yeah, I get that. You know what I mean? I know exactly what that means. I know exactly what that means, buddy. Fucking hell. I only meant to log on for 5 minutes, and I'm still here nearly 3 hours later. In fact, no, I think it is coming up 3 hours. I'm like, man, fucking hell. Next time I'll close the chat window, and I'll be oblivious to like there's anyone there. I felt like when the people started like joining and like started watching and commenting and stuff, I was like, oh, I felt obliged to stick around. Hi, whoever's followed me, thank you very much. I've said this already a little bit earlier on, but I have absolutely no visibility of anyone who's joined or followed or anything, because I'm fucking garbage at doing this whole streaming malarkey, and I'm purely not set up. I say I logged on just to test what the stream would look like, and I'm still here like an idiot. But yeah, hopefully I'll sort the whole YouTube thing out, because it's like it was streaming in like 720 and I wanted it in 1080, and like that's clearly something that I've done wrong, and I don't know what. But I'm sure I'll figure that out. So if you see me like go live for like 30 seconds and log back off and maybe do that a few times, that's probably why. I'm just trying to figure out and get the get that sorted. But yeah, it'll be me. Probably something I haven't done in YouTube. But I was using this restream thing. Like, you guys who know about streaming don't know about it. I haven't got no idea, but it obviously allows you to like multi-stream to like two or multiple platforms at the same time. So I thought I'd give that a go, and I've never done any YouTube stream before ever. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I say I've never done any whatsoever. So I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go, and I literally just linked my YouTube account and pretty much clicked on go live. So nothing will be set up, whereas Twitch should be okay, if I'm honest with you, because I've done Twitch streaming in the past, just pretty sporadically, and I think that should be all set. But yeah, but looking at, I don't know if them viewing numbers are correct. It says like I've got 13 people watching on YouTube and like 1 on Twitch. So with Twitch, it's garbage. YouTube for the win, which I completely didn't expect, if I'm honest with you. Didn't expect at all. But hey. Come on, come on. He's still running around with his onesie on. Are we rebel? Sorted out. I'm ready. I'll see what it is. He doesn't understand it. He can't read or understand English, and I've just wrote in English to him. Usually what I do is I translate it before I put it in, so we sort of like both understand each other. But yeah. No, that's not cosmetic. No, that's your guardian. So you know we're getting companions next season, or a companion. There's a very strong possibility that's what we will get. I can't be 100% on that, but it's been in this game for a year now. Tried, tested, works. So yeah, we may get something like that. Does like a multitude of things, but realistically it stops you from dying. So if I take enough damage and I would normally go down, proc my hive or just be on the ground, it will keep me alive. It will keep giving me health and armor for a small period of time. However, if I don't get 2 kills within a certain period, I die. Okay, so you've sort of like, it's only a short-term thing, but depending on the different levels that you have of Guardian, this is a Guardian, mine's a level 4, they do different things. If I'm honest with you, I couldn't tell you what every single level does. Well, I mentioned that it keeps you alive, you've got to get a couple of kills. There's one of them, maybe one of the levels maybe give you a reduced cooldown and stuff. When you get level 3, you can see it flying around your head, whereas before level 3 you can't see it. Gives you some other benefits as well, where it can also, when it's procced and you don't die, it can also go and damage NPCs as well. It goes up at level 6. Looks like that at level 6. Looks a little bit cooler with all the flames on, you know. But yeah, I mean, we might get that. We might not. But I sort of mentioned earlier, the reason why I think we'll get something like that, if not the very same thing, is that, one, it's been done. They've made the models, it's programmed, the code's there, they can import it. Yeah, they might need to change some of the values of what it does, etc. But that's not really too much of a problem. And also, them giving us something like, I know they said they're not going to give us a dog, which I understand, or a person or something like that. The reason why we won't get anything like that is quite simply because it needs to traverse the landscape. You know, it needs to go up and down stairs, climb ropes, climb ladders, jump down off things, etc, etc, etc. So in my opinion, whatever we get will float or fly. Because I mean, if you look at our game, you know, you can be running along and you can get stuck on a fag packet on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, just stops your movement. So imagine that if they put a like a humanoid, I'm going to say, which could run around. I'm not saying they can't, but it doesn't. I don't think they will. What will be interesting to see. So I actually think it'll be something like that, which floats around above your head. There it is, and it's going to help us. I also think as well, one of the good things they did this season with the modifiers is that they put a leveler mechanic on them, where you can actually make them stronger. And I actually think this would work very well, because they did say it's going to be part of the modifiers or global modifier, their companion. So it wouldn't surprise me whether, just like the Chinese game, you can level them with the different levels and they do different things or give you different benefits when you level it up. So I don't know, we'll see. Could be wrong with it, but the only thing everyone does know is that we're getting a companion. What that companion does looks like, I don't know, but obviously the experience I have with them, I think something like this would work in our game, definitely. One of the things I said from the start, I think it's been in China for just over a year now, something like that. Been part of their game. They've also, to be fair, they are actually bringing a new one out as well, a new companion. It's like a backpack one. No idea what it does. Looks goofy, if I'm honest with you. When people say some of the Chinese stuff looks like Fortnite, I would honestly say that does look like Fortnite. It looks a bit stupid, in my opinion. Just like that fucking stupid energy shield there, which just wiped everyone out. That's also stupid and overpowered, but that's a different story. So yeah, we'll see.
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.
What level was this? Was it a 5 or a 6? 5. Okay, cool. As long as I know where I need to pick, should be cool. But yeah, like, just come back to Vanty, you don't really take that much notice of what people have got on.
They would have used those weapons on us, and we would have ended up.
Once you start running your mission, you start shooting. You don't, you take no notice. See, what's that one there? That's like a police uniform in it. Oh, he's worried that I was going to shoot him. Start moving away. A bit of a bad stretch badge.
And eliminated the stronghold near the campus. You should be proud. You saved a lot of lives today.
There sort of is no. Okay, on 1 second. It's my turn, so I need to launch an order. There sort of is no like leveling. How can I put it? Like there's no such thing as SHD level in China. So put that out the window. It doesn't exist. Okay. You find a 5, 5, 5, 5, 6. Come on, tell me I've got a 5. There's a 5. Oh, different map. Motherfucker. Where's that at? Need to get. I bet it's at Wall Street or something. What is it? Oh, Tombs. Tombs, man. I'm gonna have to use a 6. 6? Is that here? Yeah, it's going to be a 6. Bastard. Yeah, so there's no such thing as SHD in this game. And also, XP means nothing at all. Like, fucking 0. In fact, actually, the only thing it does make is the clan leaderboard for XP. Other than that, XP does nothing. Okay, so the things that you see on the screen at the top left-hand corner, top right-hand corner, sorry. 235, that's my Abyss score, my Abyss level, that's the highest level I've reached. The 94 is the Season Pass level. and the 101 is the summit floor. Technically it's floor 100, but you know,
If we want to get Ivy back
Um,
online across the country, we need to reconnect the
only
local
have
systems to the
6.
satellite. We should be able to do that at the NOAA headquarters building.
Get to the code.
Um,
I can walk you through the process from there.
So yeah, they're those numbers. So like with their season pass, different than ours. Looks like so goes up to 200. I've never got a 200, by the way. I think the highest I've ever got is 170, 180, something like that.
The control room.
And yeah, it just gives you like modules or materials as you go up.
Sound the alarm!
But material? Sorry, I'm half concentrating on the game and I'm half trying to explain something here. The main bulk of the game is materials. So we'll pick an item. There's an item there, yeah. Okay, so everything you get is locked, yeah, and it's all at the lowest possible attribute score. You can't recalibrate higher attributes onto it. You can't recalibrate talents, etc., etc. So you've really got to farm for the gear that you want. So the next thing you've got to do is unlock the attribute. So to unlock the attribute, it costs materials, and the more attributes you unlock, the more materials it'll cost you. So hence these is going to cost me more, and it's going to be more again. Yep, and you can see I'm unlocking those stats. Once I've unlocked those stats, I then need to optimize them at the lowest possible level you start at. So I then optimize, and as you can see, it's cost me these yellow cards, 180 for the next one, and then it'll start costing me 300, and it's going to be, then I need 500, and I need 50 blue as well as credits, and it goes up, and it goes up, and it goes up, and it gets more expensive and more expensive and more expensive, and it costs an absolute fucking fortune to maximize these out. So hence the reason, probably the biggest part of this game is farming materials as opposed to farming gear. Yeah, you've got to farm gear, absolutely, 100%, because you're going to need it for whatever build you want to go for. But I would say build diversity over here is very, I'm going to say limited, if I'm honest with you, from what I see, what everyone runs and what the most powerful builds are. So the farming of the gear is generally not too difficult. The farming of the materials to unlock and maximize the gear, that is where the real grind comes in. And lots of materials and things are, I'm not going to say have a cap. Some things do have a cap, certain things don't, like daily caps and stuff. So there's only so much you can do, sometimes on a daily basis. But it makes the grind real, like really real in here. So when we go to, we talk about like gear as an example. So you might play our game, you might, I don't know, go and run a couple of runs of countdown, get the gear what you want, pretty much get it maxed out, maybe even put some expertise on it pretty quick. In this game, no such thing really. I mean, to put it into context, I've been playing for just over a year now, a year on August. See if I can actually land my shot. And
So far, so good.
I've
Now
got
we just gotta find a transmitter to
2 builds that are maxed out. 2. Play every day for over a year. So the grind is real here. Obviously the only way you can speed that up and circumvent that is to spend money, and you know, obviously buy stuff. So that's where the pay to win thing comes in, and that's, I think, obviously the reason why it is designed the way it is, to get people to realize the grind is maybe too much for them, and then they just spend money, and a lot of people spend a lot of it, which is quite crazy for me, purely because I like the grind. The whole reason why I like the Division games is the grind. The whole reason why I have like quite a few different Division 2 accounts is because I like the grind. You know what I mean? I like to start again and do a do over and etc. You know what I mean? And do different things. Whereas I think people who would come from our game into this game, the realization will quickly set in that the grind is real. However, every day you log on, every day you play, you'll always make some sort of progress. You will 100% feel yourself getting stronger and stronger and stronger every single day. You'll always make progress. And that's one of probably the things that really makes me come back, or keep me coming back all the time. I need to stop because these fucking plasma balls are pissing me off. It's just so broken, it's unbelievable. I hate playing with fucking people who use this build. I really do hate it. I can't wait till they fucking fix it. So yeah, there we go. Right. But what we're doing here is high priority orders. You wouldn't think it, but there's some of the hardest content in the game. However, at least 2 of these guys here are maxed out to the eyeballs and have spent eye-watering money on this game. So if I'm honest with you, just having them in the group, I think it instantly makes everything super easy. So yeah, but that's what I don't like. The new mods for the AR, even though they're the old ones he's using there. He's using the new. Okay, so he's not using the drum mag. He's using the new scope and the new muzzle. So who's got the other one on? Who's the guy? Oh, maybe it is him. Rebel doesn't have one on, does he? Let's have a look. Oh, he has, yeah. Okay, okay. Well, fucking hell, that's what I hate about this mission. It's like, how long? Why can we not skip this? Why? Once you've done it in story mode, why does this still happen? Man. Please, please, please. AHQ, for real. Do some big damage with this sniper. Real big damage. I'd do even more damage if I had a better aim. See how tanky they are. Fucking hell, and he died. I mean, don't get me wrong, I should have went for his weak point, but fucking hell, how many bullets did that 50 million I popped? Did I just pop into him? You're just like, nope, 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 nope. Crazy, crazy.
Alright, this will extract the
I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I hate this mission. Like, I really, really hate this mission. I know it was me who started it, but fucking hell, I hate it. This is one of my most unfavourite missions ever. Does he spawn up there, doesn't he? And when they made it a climax mission in our game, oh, I was over the moon with that. Oh my word. One of my worst missions, and they made it a climax mission. Right. Now I need to get my phone out. Because I need to make someone else the leader. And every time I do it without getting my phone out, I think it's that, I end up kicking someone. Because I pressed the wrong button. So yeah, even I still need to... I think it's that. Isn't it? Light shining, I can't see. Yeah, that's the one. That's the boy.
Another agent is now group leader.
Me. Hope we give it the right person.
I'll send a team to secure the transmitter for safekeeping.
So yeah, even I still need the translate from time to time. I always get those buttons mixed up. Wouldn't care, you do these and the rewards are pretty shit for these. Nothing I really want. Could do with a real good crit one. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going up here. He hasn't set it. Yeah. Are we here? Are we going the wrong place? Oh, there we are, set it. See, level 5. Level 5. I did a level 6 because I didn't know level 5s. Which is a shame. But level 5s is what I wanted.
We need to find out what happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade node. The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there. Proceed with caution.
I'll shoot him through the wall there. See, that's another thing in this game though. This sniper, you know, what they should have done really, they should have left it as single shot and not made it semi-auto. So they were doing it, one, they made it too strong, and the fact that it can pierce armor and do direct health damage. But then they also limited themselves from a design perspective, because why make a... And you don't need to make a rifle anymore, do you? Because really, your marksman rifle acts like a rifle does. Which it was just an odd choice for me. I think it's a wise decision. We'll see. We'll see. But, yeah, I mean... Obviously, for those of you who follow some of my content and stuff, you'll know that they've just brought out a new set of mods for the Legendary AK, and that turns out like semi-automatic, so I suppose that maybe acts like a rifle. As much, in my opinion, that it doesn't. It acts more like a skill, if you ask me. So that's what it feels like sometimes when you're using it. You know, when you use the crossbow specialization. How it like I don't know, locks onto targets and like jumps, like the reticle and stuff. That's what the mods do for that Legendary AK. I suppose it's almost like when you aim like an oxidizer or something. You know, where you get that, you'll aim at it like it'll jump a little bit. You know what I mean? And like it does that. It does act more like a skill than anything else. I just don't know how that's out of. I don't know how that even happens. How they've even programmed that. But it's too strong anyway. As I said in my last, I think it was my last video. I can't remember when I was talking about it. Just the weapon itself, the actual damage the weapon gives off is actually going to get rinsed. Is actually pretty good for China. It's reasonable. If I'm honest with you, reasonable.
Great.
But when you put those mods on
With their comm system.
and you do the what I call the plasma bomb, which is basically an energy shield, that's just fucking nuts.
Hear me?
Just nuts. Way too strong. Way too overpowered. Just, I don't know. Don't be wrong. They've got some good innovation around stuff like that, and some good. I'm not gonna say good. Yeah, good ideas. Let's face it. They do have some good ideas. However, you know, I think they're more blinded by making money than they are actually by, I don't know, by keeping players happy and having challenge and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Maybe like sacrifice a bit of that making money and actually put some new content into the game. Something new that we can actually use all these new weapons and things on, as opposed to running the same stuff over and over and over again. Which I obviously just find frustrating.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Take up this position. Should be me next. Maybe, possibly, yeah. It sounds like a fucking laser. Sounds like a laser gun. Fucking hell. Something futuristic. Futuristic even. I can't say it properly. Just carnage. Carnage at the door. It's not an exotic like you would know it. In the Chinese game, they have another set of a different class of weapons. Actually, I want to change that. So these are legendary weapons. So they're the exotics like you would know, like the Scorpio. You can tell by the difference in colour how different they are. And they've got Headhunter sniper rifle, the Gemini assault rifle, the Endless Pursuit SMG. They've got the Bilbo Guardian LMG, the Fireworks shotgun, and the one that I don't have here for some fucking odd reason. Oh, there it is. I haven't upped the level of it. Is the new AK. It's called a Chanting HPC 12, or they call it Chanting. I call it just ACB 12. I think Chanting sounds a bit, well, anyway, it's Chinese, isn't it? So yeah. So yeah, just different, very, very different than what you're used to in the international game. And really, they're sort of making a rod for their own back, if I'm honest with you. Because now it's, if you're not using a legendary weapon, you're just you're underpowered. You're not in the game. You know what I mean? They're so much stronger than what a regular exotic would be. It would be crazy not to use one. I'm not saying there's not maybe a circumstance where you can, or a normal exotic would come in handy. But the reality is, it's legendary or go home in this game.
I'm safe for now.
I mean, to be fair, with the legendary weapons, even though this game is very much pay to win or focused pay to win, it doesn't cost you to get those legendary weapons. Each season when they come out, you farm the components to craft one. Once you've got it, which is cool. However, the real strength comes from the accessories. The accessories are paid accessories. That's the only way you generally get them. There's a couple which you can now earn in game for the SMG, but realistically, it's pay to win on those accessories. And the amount of damage that they output is pretty phenomenal, if I'm honest with you. Like, super phenomenal. You're talking like hundreds of millions in damage extra on the legendary weapons with the paid for mods. It's pretty crazy, but hence the name pay to win. That's where pay to win comes from, doesn't it? It's exactly what it is. But as the Chinese like to say, it's like pay to be comfortable. They like everything to feel comfortable, and by comfortable I think they mean easy, if I'm honest with you. However, things can get too easy over here. Like, I only just said this morning on a little chat / rant I was having on the on one of the QQ groups with the Chinese division players. Very much about like how the new gun accessories are broken, etc, etc, and it was almost like the only thing you guys are missing now is a kill all button, and I'm sure they would buy the kill all button, and the only challenge that would be left would be who can press the kill all button fastest. You know what I mean? Because sometimes some things are game breaking and they make everything too easy, and them new accessories are exactly that. They break the game, they make things too easy. Do I get anything off these? Camo. Oh yeah, that was a 5. Okay, cool. Got something off that. Nice. And off that. I think there's over 6. Yeah, I won't get nothing. I won't get nothing off this. You don't get anything off them. Okay. At least you got 2. Yeah, better than kicking the knackers, as I was. Where are we going? Ooh, Lingen. Quick one. A quick one. Oh, look. Fucking all ahead of the game there. Little old me's fucking way behind. Let me put my running shoes on. Now we'll run a bit faster. Okay, come here. That's a very good question, if I'm honest with you. A valid question. There is, depending on where you are in your journey. I actually think for the real top players in this game, there isn't any challenge. Fully believe that there isn't any challenge left in this game. However, I would say there's probably the largest percentage of players in the game. There is a challenge, and there is quite a lot of challenging content. However, it's just a tough one. I mean, like in this group here, as an example, that we're running around in, there's at least a couple of guys who top players. Yeah. Got all the gear, spent all the money, spent a lot of money, can do ridiculous amounts of damage. So this is always going to be easy in a group with them.
All clear.
However, that doesn't mean that there's not,
Is all clear.
again, depending on your grouping, that there isn't challenge in the game. But it's definitely a valid question. I would certainly say that our game is a million times more challenging than what this is. But don't get me wrong, you know, for the longest time I was a hard carry, like a real hard carry in this game. You know, I remember, I totally remember my progression, and like you do get stronger and stronger every day, 100%. Like I said, I remember those times where I couldn't do a hard mission. It was just beyond me, and then, you know, a few weeks to go by or a week to go by and I'd get a bit better and a bit stronger or whatever, you know what I mean, and then I'd maybe just be able to manage challenging, you know, and then the same would happen again, you know, for like heroic and stuff like that. And I even remember, like, and again, I was probably quite a few months into it, if not further, where when, again, I still couldn't run Legendary by myself, but I remember like being in one and like I managed to kill an NPC from start to finish by myself. I'm like, yes, feel it, making progress, you know what I mean? And like, then you get to those points where, yep, okay, I'm now in a group where I'm the main DPS guy in a Legendary mission, you know what I mean? And I can carry them through, you know, or I can do it myself, etc., etc. And there's certainly what I would say in this game, there's I don't know whether I'll call it a fall off point, or certainly a tipping point, where it goes from being a challenge and quite a, I'm gonna say, yeah, quite a difficult challenge, yeah, and like, you know, to where you almost feel like it's too easy, and that sort of comes really, really fast, and like I remember it, you know, I remember it so well, you know, like, you know, struggling through stuff, and it almost felt like the week after it, I sort of just got that little bit stronger on my build, and it was almost like I put everything back onto, I'm not gonna say easy mode, but like drop, like everything was felt like it was a couple of levels lower than me, and so yeah, I mean, it's, I would say there is, and I think from a dev's point of view, they're a bit slow on increasing or increasing more difficult content. So what I tend to see happens in this game is players shout for more power. Yeah, there's maybe some content which is it's completable, but it's like, you know, it's not comfortable for the Chinese players. So they shout for more power. So the devs give them more power, monetized, of course. You know, they get that more power. Now everything is easy, okay, but they've got the power they asked for, okay. So then they start shouting for harder content, harder missions. So the devs then give them harder missions, and then they start shouting for more power again. And it's like, the circle just continues, just the same thing over and over and over again. You know, give the players what they want, make them pay for it. Yeah, let them have the fun, make it harder again for them. Okay, let the players cry because they want more power, give them more power. You know, so they'll find the content easy again. They complain they want harder content. You know, and it just goes on and on and on and on. It's just a fucking, almost like a big money making scam, if I'm honest with you. You know, it really is. But the big thing that they need to do is they need to add new playable content in here, like new. In my opinion, I've always been of the opinion that if you're going to bring new stuff out, like legendary class of weapons and this, that, and the other, and things that can do more damage, etc., etc., you need the content that matches that. You really do. Right.
Another agent is now group leader. An agent has left
So
your group.
I need to go. I actually need to eat. The wife's been shouting at me for ages now, and now she started texting me to tell me that the food's there and ready for me. So I'm going to bring this 5-minute stream to an end, which seemed to last 3.5 hours or something. And I'm going to go and grab something to eat. So much appreciate everyone who joined. I wasn't expecting anyone to come, if I'm honest with you. I just wanted to test it, as I mentioned, for a couple of minutes. But yeah, seemed to be successful. Thank you very much. Thanks for everyone who followed me, etc. Even though I couldn't see it on the screen, I really need to sort that shit out. I'm obviously a bit of a fucking moron. And I think, yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna stop it here and have a break. But yeah, thank you very much. And no doubt I will probably do this again. When? I don't know, because this is very much fuck it, I'll just try see if this stream in Malawi works. And I didn't plan anything, so maybe I might plan it a little bit better next time. Who knows? But yeah,